and then it would all be right.
All right. Hey, guys, welcome in. This is Mad Apple Xstream joining you here for our Sunday King of the Hills match. This is Kendall Quickfire Cook. I'm joined in the booth here by MH Potting Penglaze. How are you today?
Hello, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I'm well.
Are you, well, you were just here, right?
I was.
You were doing
moments ago.
Yeah, great.
Just ran out to get a grab of coffee.
Oh, what?
Grab, what I meant to say is grab some coffee.
Oh, get a grab of coffee.
Okay, that's several sentences mashed
I thought it was
together.
an English thing, but
Yeah, I just made it up.
nice.
Which means it is English.
Perfect. All right, so we got Derick Schwartz taking on our current king, which is Ray Skenandore, in a race to 15-8 ball here tonight. And we're going to get things going here. Let's get these guys legging the ball. We're already running just a bit late.
All right, you guys are good to go.
We don't have the overhead view.
Yeah, I don't know where that one is, so
Okay.
we'll have to work on that. But
Actually
we do
tough.
have this overhead view. So, oh wait, that's not us.
Yeah, it will be.
So that was a close match, huh?
Yeah,
Bruce
and
said it was pretty exciting.
Gibby didn't give up. Bruce took an early lead. Gibby never had the lead. He got level several times and never had the lead until 2 games before the finish, and then he got to the hill first.
Nice. All right, well, hopefully we've got sound. We've had some audio problems in the last couple of OS broadcasts. All right, here we go. I'm going to leg the ball. I'm in the mood for some pool tonight. I know this. Nobody can play as bad as I played last week, so, you know.
Now, although as commentators we're not supposed to take sides, one has to root for the underdog
Oh, here? Yeah.
a little bit.
I just want Derick to play his game.
Derick
He
is-
practices a lot.
Yeah,
He's obviously not got a very high Fargo rate, but
he's a student of the game.
he really is. I mean, he's the guy that came in here and he was working on his break. He had his little patch of cloth he was breaking off of, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So.
And his rating, which doesn't mean anything. The only thing that matters is who wins these games. His rating is lower than either of the opponents in the previous match.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. But that, to me, I mean, I respect
It's-
that just
yeah.
because that's the era that I came from.
Well, that's
you know.
right. It shows fearless. Why not?
Yeah,
And of course, is he signed up in the Knights match also?
he is. Yeah, he
Yeah.
just didn't want to wait that long.
That's
and
right.
Apparently, he's got a pocket full of money. and-
Well, I like that attitude. I should go gamble with him later. No, just kidding. That's right. Why not?
Well, I'm not going to make it very long without my Mountain Dew, though.
Oh,
That's all right. We'll
that one over there, or are you waiting for a new one?
Oh, where?
Oh,
No,
there's one.
I don't know if that's mine or not. We can wait. It's kind of cool having waitresses.
Yes.
That is a crush. I
Yeah.
tell you, he broke crazy good. I actually thought he would have ran out a lot more than he did. I would have thought I would have ran out a lot more than
Yeah.
I did. But he was crushing his break last
Yeah.
week, and it looks like that's going to continue.
Yeah, that was a good one. Is this thing sitting on the shelf?
Oh, it's not necessarily. You can move it around the corner,
Okay.
but I would wait maybe.
Yeah. It's kind of blocking my view. I'm thinking I got to sit up higher.
See if she's observant.
Yeah, she saw you. Look at that.
Here she comes. Very few observant waitresses nowadays.
So we've got a pool table to install tomorrow.
Hey,
Taking the new guy.
Wait.
There you go. Thank you.
And will you move that little box after he gets done shooting this box right here? Just float it around the corner.
Oh, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Come on, she did well. She could have done that.
Yep. She'd have to wait though, because Derek's gonna sit there for a bit.
All right. Well, the obvious problem here is the 9-ball.
Can't even see the 9-ball from where I'm at. Oh yeah, there it is.
It's because that box is in the way.
Mm-hmm. So how do you break it? You can't just be shooting balls in, and I'm sure Ray's not just shooting balls in. He's got a plan.
He does.
One plan, of course, is to roll forward gently with this 14 and leave him an angle on the 10.
Yeah, to break the 9.
Shoot the
down here.
10 and go up to break the 9.
Yeah, I really like that shot.
And then the plan B would be the 11 is still over the side pocket. It's not quite perfect, but it's tough to get on that ball because
well, yeah, I mean, you got the 11 and the 15 is the point. If you try and swing at that break off the 10, but he's kind of got a funny angle here. He's got to make sure.
And there's
he makes
one
this
more
ball.
problem. Which other ball is his problem?
So you can try and play off the 8 here.
Yeah, that's the 8 ball. The 8 ball is what I was talking about. Yeah, because if he doesn't develop the 8, all that other plan doesn't do much. So
yeah, he didn't get the.
And he knows that, so he nudged it.
He would like to play off the side of that.
It's not the end of the world, especially if, well, what's his angle like, I guess, is the question.
I don't think he has one. I think.
Yeah, it looks pretty straight. So he's in.
He would have liked to glance. He hit a little more square on that 8 than he would have liked to.
Yeah.
Would have been nice to glance off and still head up table, you know.
Yeah. The saving grace is the fact that Derick also has a problem with the 1-9. But the more balls you have on the table, the better it is. If you're going to get into a safety battle, okay. He has a tiny angle on the 10 ball.
Hey guys, do us a favor, get out there and make sure you like and share the stream. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We need more and more people subscribing. Tell you, we got some unbelievable footage coming for you guys from Derby City. We're out there actually as we speak. We're recording a whole bunch of matches. We've had a plethora of pros playing out there on our tables, so we're going to have some really great footage for you guys real soon from there.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so he was trying to play that off the rail, off the 1. Or off the 9. Yeah, off the 1. And if that had what turned out, it would have all opened up. But we get first look at Derick here.
Doesn't have a bad table here, honestly. This is very runnable.
And he actually has a shot on the 1 ball here. It's exactly where you want to be to solve this 1-7 problem.
Yeah.
Anywhere other than where he is right now, it's kind of a problem. But from there, I think you can just shoot it in.
Nice thing is here he can just roll it center ball. He doesn't have to do anything to it.
Yeah.
He's got the 6 there. If he rolls forward a little further, he's got the 2.
And although it's a tall order to run the first rack of your first ever TV rack, as it were, on the stream.
As a 160 some odd point underdog.
Yep. It would be awesome for his
well, we may have got ahead of ourselves.
well, yeah. No, it's a lot to ask.
All right, he's going to leave Ray, I think, the 15 here, maybe. What are you trying to do? Trying to move the box? I
was
told
gonna,
you to let her do it.
Well, I know. I don't want to disturb Derick. I'll let him stew in his chair for that first shot. But one of the key things in pool is not letting that stuff get to you.
Yeah, you just got to relax. I tell you, Ray didn't do himself a lot of favors here. He came back right to the same spot he was. Didn't really get a great roll off of that, considering.
So that box is essential. It just can be moved, you're saying. Can't be unplugged.
Correct, yeah.
It's
just move it around the corner where that
it's related to, what's it doing? Is it broadcasting our signal or something?
No, it's not relative to us at all. It's relative to the microphone system for the tournament play.
Oh.
You don't have your headset on, did you?
I know, because I'm planning on jumping up in a minute. I can still hear you.
Nobody can hear you.
Right, is that a joke?
Yeah. Not a very good one.
No, right. It's like that old Laurel and Hardy joke. It's so dark in here, I didn't think you'd hear me.
Is he cutting this ball?
Nope. Kicking it up 3 rails into the side pocket.
Oh, boy. That's kind of a good roll, really. He had the 6 straight away. That's fine. That's fine. Tuck it underneath it. Jeez. Oh, we have an update coming in from Derby City.
playing quickly.
Well, you're in the booth. I'll pretend like you gave me some important information. Oh, nice. Yeah, I saw that.
This is what you call chatting on the phone whilst in the commentary box. Yeah, Ray does not like what he's done there. Inches away from being good on the 9 ball, which is what he wanted. So Ray there's got himself a little bit of trouble. He's just overrun by a couple of inches. He wanted a straight shot on the 90s. The way he's aiming this, it looks like he's just got to bend it a little bit and still has a chance to make the 9.
This is, I tell you, this is quite a challenge, even as much as Derick has been practicing. This is quite a challenge,
yeah.
I think. Shot there for Ray. He's just got to get the nerves out. I've seen Derick play some really good pool.
Yeah, and he's been studying the game. He's been practicing. He loves the game. And if you're improving, that means you are better than your rating. Oh, my God.
That's like a regular... At least mine was Derby City.
Yep.
Do you want to know
Was that Mason?
No, that was actually Patrick.
Oh, okay.
Patrick is the guy that does the OS for us.
Yep. What did he have to say for himself?
Quite a few things. Darren Appleton is going to be on the table later in a one-pocket match.
On the Mad Apple stream table.
Correct, yeah.
Excellent.
Inside pool / Mad Apple stream. Oh, great shot. Oh,
but not good enough. Now, Derick. We're still in the first rack.
He's just got to stop getting tricky here. He's playing that ball off the rail when he didn't need to. He's just got to stay down, bear down, and pocket balls.
Get comfortable. It's easy to say, isn't it?
Well, I mean, he's drawing everything, which is not a good sign. I mean, for your stroke, you don't... You know, he's low on every ball I've seen so far.
All right, so he's on the 7. Joseph Marwitz says, "Hello, Kendall. Loving the streams you have been providing."
Well, thanks. It takes a lot of people working hard at this thing.
Where are you watching from, Joseph?
Nice shot there.
Okay. Judge this one.
Yeah, this is a speed shot. You can either hit this really light and shoot for the...
Oh, look at his shaking.
Oop.
And the problem with that one is, well, what you need to make sure is you pick a specific shot. It's easy to sort of just know that you're going to make the ball regardless and not pick an exact angle.
And here, to be honest with you, I think I'm trying to keep my cue ball so that I'm almost shooting the 8 in the same pocket. You know.
Well, now, yeah.
Tough for that 11.
It's soft. Oh, sure. Yep. Yeah, if you play for the 8 in the same pocket, you're right. That's a safe zone on the 11.
Safer, anyways.
Right.
I mean, Ray's got a good kick at
the only real safe place is to make it.
Does that, he's got no issues.
But that shot that's hanging over the side pocket or over the corner pocket that he just shot, if you don't pick an exact angle, you don't know what speed to shoot it. So you have to, even though it seems easy, you can make that ball in any which way. If you want to control it, you have to know exactly how you're making it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to get... did he bank this ball? He just called that ball back by the 11?
Well, it doesn't go. Yep, he did. Wow, what a great outcome.
Yeah, you kind of...
Not sure I really would recommend that shot, but if you can hit it exactly like that, it was perfect.
Right. Yeah. Who's to say? I know that when I first started playing pool, I played a shot that I couldn't duplicate probably, and it's about a diamond off the top rail and like a straight-on double kiss back to the corner. I mean, I'm sure I could, but I'd have to shoot it about
100 shots, yeah.
100 times.
So he's looking at a kick shot, and this is a teeny tiny target.
Well, it's a little bigger based on the fact that if you hit the top rail, you still have a chance of making it. I think it's deep enough into that corner.
I think that's the only chance he's got because he can't really go at it.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily have a high percentage chance of making this ball.
Well, no, this is tough.
If you hit it where you don't foul, any shot that's close to making the ball is also going to be close to
I guess I probably
fouling.
sounded like I was disagreeing with you, but it is a tight,
No.
tight
Oh, yeah.
shot. Yeah.
No, I know what you're saying. You can go underneath it and almost has to.
I like the speed. Look at
Wow,
this.
is
Look
it
at this.
3? Oh, that was a perfect shot. You couldn't hit
Couldn't
that any better.
Yeah.
Could not hit that any better.
Well, maybe a little bit, slide out a little further for the 8.
I wouldn't risk doing anything different if you shoot that a shot again. Yeah. I mean, it's a tester, this shot. He's been shooting at a high level.
This shot's
prior to
actually, I
this
think,
match.
tougher than the last one, to be honest.
This is a tester.
Especially
And he's going that way.
So we got new king. Or not king.
Yep,
New knight.
that's right. And he stayed in it.
Yeah.
And he's sticking around to watch.
Jason Gibbs, yeah.
And he's got a drive that's of similar distance to Bruce from the Sun Prairie, which is close to Madison. Look at that shot.
Great
Center of the
shot
hole.
there by Ray.
He liked that roll in. If you shoot it into the other pocket, it's a little bit straighter, but you have to sort of draw it or stun it.
Montello, the home of the waterfall.
Montello. I've been there. I can't remember where it is now.
Yeah, it's got the waterfall right next to the Quick Trip.
Montello. What's Montello near?
I'm trying to remember which way we're going when we go there.
Oh, Joseph.
Oh,
Joseph played at the Magnet.
One of the ways that you went to Wisconsin Dells, or at least I did.
Oh, okay.
That would be
Out west.
I don't want to change their name, do I? I want to change the score.
Ray puts a nice shot on that 8 ball to send a message and make it tougher for his opponent to settle in. If he'd missed that shot and hung it, give Derick a welcome boost. I'll do it. He wants to change the names on the scoreboard.
There's no scoreboard.
Well, they're scoring their own. Oh, over there.
Yeah.
Why don't we have one right there? But really,
It's all a work in progress.
Okay, but we should really switch to that one that Chris G showed us.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's automatic.
I don't even know where it is.
No, it scores
So
automatically, and
nice,
that way the commentators will never make another scoring error again because it'll be taken out of their hands.
I don't know if I paid him for it. Maybe he confiscated it because he hasn't gotten paid yet.
Yeah.
What the heck was that?
Football fans.
Oh, nice.
Somebody scored a touchdown. Hey.
I'm not even going to start in. I'd probably not make people happy about my opinion of the Packers right now. Salads look really great.
Yeah, so I worked all day yesterday. Finally got home, and then Jill says, "Oh yeah, she's got some people. They want to finish watching the Packer game out. We're going out." She said, "Do you want to go?" I'm like, "Where you going?" She's like, "The Mad Apple." I'm like, "I've been here all day.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go out and sit at the bar and watch a Packer game."
that's a good shot. Played it off that ball. Open up the 5 ball. Really doesn't have a lot of trouble coming back to the 8, maybe.
So instead, I stayed on the couch and fell asleep.
And I left the Mad Apple to go home and watch the game, and
Fell asleep on the couch.
I did. And woke up 10-10. What a horrifying thing that was. It's good. I probably would. He rolled way too far on that ball.
Yeah, the only thing that's not good about this is that he can't get to the bottom of the ball, or maybe he can.
Yeah, he might.
But he's absolutely fine. Can't complain about this position.
No, I agree.
He didn't hook himself. So yeah, he can't get to the bottom of the ball. So as long as this rolling shot doesn't, I mean, even if he hits the 14, he's still got. Look at this shot. Likes to get close to his work.
Jeez, almost positioned that right in the crotch of those other 2 balls.
Right,
Yeah, that would have been
right, and 2 inches away from totally hooking himself, but instead he's got shots on both of these balls. And he wants to get tight on the top rail so he has an angle. But the 8 does not go past the 9, so he's got to come across table and judge the speed well on this shot. And he's done that just nicely.
Yeah, good shot.
And that's really key to this higher level of game, isn't it? Just being able to control your speed on these shots. You know what? You've got to know what line you're taking.
I'm going to go out on a limb and just call Joseph Joe over here. And Joe says that he played quite a bit with Fred when Fred owned the varsity club.
All right.
Originally, that was Bo Dudley's before Jeremy got in there and bought it.
And Easy Money.
And Ernie
Stadler.
Who passed away, a
few years ago now.
3 years maybe?
Yeah. I used to run into him every now and again running his little hospice taxi thing in Oshkosh.
Yep.
Running little old ladies all over town.
Yeah. Looking like Joe Pesci from, what's that movie where Joe Pesci grow the beard? There's a bum at a university.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Ernie looked a lot like that in his latter years.
Didn't play a lot of pool towards the end, mainly because he was kicked out of most places.
Yeah, but, I mean, he was always a character. I don't have really issues with boisterous kind of I think you need that.
So that means we must know Joe. I'm just terrible with last names, and I know a lot of Joe.
Joe, I know you. I have to know you.
Give us some clues as to that we'd recognize you.
Well,
yeah. Right?
I'll just look him up on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, that's probably what you should do.
All right. Crushes the break again. Did he get a ball? 7 in the side. Cue ball kind of in the middle of the table. 6 balls an issue. Almost to the point where I play the 12 into it right here. 12-8-6 in the corner to start. This 2 is still kind of an issue. You do have the 3 there by the side pocket that you can use to get to it. He is kind of looking at that 12-8-6, but I think that's the right shot. If you plan to get out, that's the right shot. Which we're all hoping for because we don't need a safety night here. We need some aggressive pool. Yeah, I don't know if you want to get that greedy here. He's kind of looking at lining up for that 3, but this would be tough. Make this combination and hold the cue ball for the 3.
Well, I'm looking up Joe Morwitz on Facebook, and he sure looks like Clint Eastwood.
Oh, yeah. I do know him.
But I thought that was the man with no name. I guess we finally found out his name.
He played that. Boy, that is just a well shot ball right there. He left himself the angle he wanted. Cut the 3 in the corner to break the 2. Still not a guarantee you're going to get a shot out of this. Push the 8 in front of that pocket for the 4, so. Going to end up with a steep cut on the 5 here. If you don't get lucky and get a good leave on the 2, there's no guarantee. Hit it hard. I like that call.
That's how I do it.
All the time.
Well, no, I've got a few finesse shots mixed in. I can hit it soft too. But he's in a pretty tough situation here still, regardless. That's why he wanted to bang him, just to see if it made it better, but it didn't.
His little fan, he's talking about Easy Money and his fan.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
And he always wore shorts. He never wore pants. Even in the winter, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay. I got all kinds of stories about Ernie. Thank you guys again for joining us here at Mad Apple Xstream. Please get out there, share. Hey, do you hear that? Like every time you bang your phone up against that?
No, my earphones don't work good.
It's like all of a sudden we're in the depth of a tank of water.
Oopsie.
Uh-oh.
Well.
All right, let's see if Derick's shook off any of his...
Yeah, and this one's a problematic rack, so I'm going to come up with some kind of plan here.
Well, his first shot is kind of problematic unless he can see.
I'd kick the 1 ball and hope to get it behind past the 11.
Wait a minute.
Or past the pink stripe.
What are you shooting at? He's got stripes.
Oh, yeah.
It's all right.
All right.
It is.
Well, I mean, but you don't. It's not a sellout moment because
numbers and different colors and things.
I'll catch up in a minute. It's not a sellout position because the 1 ball, raise 1 ball is tough.
Well, the 5-2 isn't.
And the 5-2. So you can afford to just play a shot where you roll the 15, get it in front of the 8, and stake a claim on this game. Because if he gets the 15 in front of the 8,
I honestly think I'd play it off the 9, off the 15, roll the cue ball over by the 12. Or the pink 12, I should say.
Do you
kind of skim the 9-15.
Okay. Oh, to get the 9 away.
Let the cue ball go over to the right.
All right. So that's an aggressive safety, and that's aggressive because you're opening up the 1 ball and saying, I still don't think you're going to get out.
He's not going to open it.
If you hit the 9 ball?
No.
Well, I mean, it still obviously doesn't go past the 8.
Well, yeah, that's the idea. It's a smart shot.
Because you want to get the 9 ball out of the way.
Oh, you played it different.
I like putting the 15 in front of the 8 and just blocking the 8. Because then you can safely know that you can bang away and try and solve all your other problems without selling out.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, the shot he just shot, you got to stick him tight. You can't even give him a piece because you're depending on getting ball in hand back.
And so Ray.
Oh my God, I didn't even notice Ray's shoes. Did you see those things?
Oh wow, how could you not notice that?
Well, you didn't.
I didn't, correct. But I'm just saying, how did I not notice that?
I don't know if they can see that on camera, but those things are gold.
Yeah,
I mean,
gold, shiny.
Gold shoes, yeah. Oh boy, he had it too. Got the break. I mean,
yeah, but the 1 ball never went, so it didn't really help. The 1 ball's still trouble. So nothing clear here on either side yet.
Well, the 1-9 is the obvious problem for both players at this point.
Okay.
It's a good angle to break the 9 here if he's going to go aggressive.
Yeah.
Make sure you run out if you break it.
Yeah, if you make the 13 and pop the 9, bang, look at that. Nice shot. He's rewarded with a shot in the side. And if he can slide this one, then he's got a chance. Does the 15 go past the 8? Yes, it does. So that was good. It's good to see him playing aggressively.
Just got to stay down. Just got to get rid of his shakes. He's this isn't meant to. He's a very inexperienced player. He hasn't even played that many like competitive matches, really. So he's putting a lot of pressure on himself here to do this, I think.
There you go. Nice one. It's all right.
I think that's I don't know. After last week, I feel funny giving anybody advice because, boy, did I play bad. But
so you were going to have a match against Cap, weren't you?
I still am.
Still am. Got postponed because of your trip to Derby City.
Yeah, I got to decide that I'm going to play a little bit before I play him, though, because he'll annihilate me if I play anything like that.
So now.
2-0, Joel.
Thank you.
Somebody's paying attention.
Right. Yeah, we should pay attention. There was a break and run, apparently, I see in the stream. In the chat. Yeah. That was a great shot, Derick.
Are you kidding?
That shot. Yes, I'm kidding, of course. Would I not know what's going on? I mean, really. That was a good shot. One more required. The side pocket's kind of in the way a little bit.
He's just got to trust himself here and roll up. Not worry about leaving a little back cut on this 14.
I hit that last shot really well. There we go. Good signs for the Derick camp.
Yeah, it's a good shot. If you notice, and again, this isn't going to be picking on him, but if you notice the difference when you watch like Ray stroke a ball, there's that hesitation in your stroke. If you notice at the back end of it, it's quite a bit longer. If you watch Derick's stroke, it's back and then forward right away.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Ray or any player that's been playing longer.
And I've been trying to change that about myself because same critique really.
Well, I call that rubber banding. You know, I mean, because that snap action can throw you offline.
Yeah, that sort of twitchy explosion into starting your stroke.
Correct, yeah.
So you know what cures me for that, and I play much better when I imitate Chris Melling with his long backswing, even on softer shots, still draw it back all the way.
Yeah.
And then you just accelerate it slower, and because you're accelerating slowly, it's just smooth and straight. You've got rid of that sort of snappy explosion that starts.
Well, and you're throwing the cue. I mean, that's what a lot of people or players that haven't played for very long don't understand is you're actually throwing the cue. And even when you slow down, your mechanics have to mimic that throwing action. That's why it's so important for you to follow through, even though the cue ball leaves immediately. When you follow through on that harder shot, it teaches your muscles where to go when you're shooting a slower shot where you're actually not making the cue a projectile.
Yeah, and that's absolutely right. And about throwing it, like you say, is Newton's laws of motion say that everything travels in a straight line unless acted on by a force. So the only thing that can stop your cue going straight, it comes from you. If you throw it, it has to go straight.
Right. And that really is most of what I teach mechanically in a nutshell.
Yeah. And I've heard it said, you know, Don Feeney, the preacher,
really
I saw his...
good break, and he didn't get anything to drop.
Yeah. Have you heard of Don Feeney, the preacher? I was watching one of his VHS tapes once, and he said that the grip on your cue is just ever so slightly close to throwing it. Doesn't matter if it actually throws or slides, but almost.
It's tapered for a reason.
Yeah, right. It stops itself eventually,
allows
doesn't
you
it?
to release your hand just enough to let it follow through the way you need it to follow through, and then you can. Otherwise, you'd just be throwing the cue across the room.
Yeah, that's a good point. Your tapered cue stops you.
Or you have to time it so that you would have to snap it at the end to keep it from flying through your hand.
Yeah, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to use any kind of slowing down.
Correct.
Because that takes you away from the important thing, which is
just
driving
skids
forward.
To a stop, right?
Yeah, just let it stop itself.
All right. Well, hey, Derick proved he could win a game there and did it convincingly. He hit everything the way he wanted to, I think.
Yeah, that was great.
Really, if you look at that first rack, he got out of line a little bit. It was the shot you mentioned that he was shaking on. He ended up a little short on that cut to the corner.
Mm-hmm.
It could be even closer, you know. So
well, that should help him settle down. So the score is 1-2. Did
I correct it?
It's not there yet.
Oh, you know why? Because I was waiting. Watch how fast.
Transition. Yep.
I'm gonna wait for this ball to stop moving. We're gonna have a blink of the eye here. And that score will be right.
And if you are going to throw your cue, how about this? A little strap with a little, like a surfboarder has his surfboard attached to his ankle, right? Your cue, you can have it attached just in case you let go of it.
That's a good idea.
I have let go of my cue on shots and just.
I think everybody has at one point or another. If you play to relax at all, I think sometimes it can get out of hand. Yeah. All right, Ray is shooting at what?
The pink 4.
It's open table, huh?
Yep. So he's got. It all depends on what he thinks about the 1
Well, he's
and
got to
the
go to
9.
the 3 here next, I think, right? I mean,
Yeah, and if you get
he's got a lot
right,
of choice.
and then the 7 in the side.
Maybe 2 next if he really.
If you get on it
under this ball.
Yeah.
Or we'll just play the 3.
Yeah. And then he can draw back, and he might end up on with an angle on the 2 that he likes, but really, he still can. If he gets straight on the 7, he can pick his angle on the 2.
I think I'd so much rather if you can draw back for the 7 right now to break that. I think that would be.
Break it with a 7 rather than the follow on the 2. Yeah, the follow on the 2, you need to get a good angle in it. And you saw him point to a couple of spots on the table there.
gonna dive into this ball because he did not start. Yeah.
Well, he
That's
should have needed to, didn't he? Yeah, I know what you mean.
That was the English he had on it. We were looking right down it.
Right, and I noticed that about him previously, though. Several times on other matches, I said, well, he's not aiming low, and then he drew the ball. So he does have a tendency, but you're right. I saw that too. Wasn't aiming low on the ball. He was expecting to draw it. But in that case, he did not. And so if Derick gets a shot at the table here, it's all going to pin around getting a nice angle on the 12 to play a little bump on those balls. And he's got plenty of stripes down there to use to get on the 12 at a nice angle. Meanwhile, Ray doesn't want to give him a shot, and if he can make this tricky combination, it's definitely
really not too bad, honestly.
Yeah,
it's almost natural short. You know, you almost naturally short this ball and have to force it over anyways. So I think if he shoots,
all right, the plot thickens.
Derick's still got a shot on that 11 going up rail.
He could play a safe here off the 15 and put the cue ball on the side rail behind, with the 11 as a blocker. Give Ray a chance to give him ball in hand, or at least you haven't sold out. And bumping the 15 up table gives you another chance at a break ball. You don't really want to let Ray in here because Ray's got chances to break the one.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is the 6 too. It's kind of hanging.
Yeah, but
So
that's why I like letting Ray kick at it, rearrange things a bit. But he's not going to do that. He's going to a plan that involves shooting balls in the hole.
That's a good angle to get the 9.
All right, and the 11's not a problem. I mean, if you can get on it, nice.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
he does have a run here.
This is tough. I mean, this is a little bit tricky to get and make sure you clear out of there.
Yeah, and if you hit it too hard, you miss him completely.
That's probably enough. It's pretty close.
Is it? Immediately jumps up to that line to have a look. His body language is not giving. Oh, a little wince tells you he doesn't like it.
I think he thinks it's tight, maybe. I think it probably has got like not even a full. I mean, he's got another shot at it off the 14. He's going to get really aggressive here, and he's going to play this 11 ball. If you make it, nothing bad happens.
There you go. Hit that well.
Shot.
14 right now to bump it, you're saying, if you don't like the if the 9 doesn't go.
He would have liked a little straighter angle, but this isn't bad. I mean,
he's taking another look.
Twice too.
He's taking another look. And another wince. Yep, there you go. He's just told you what he thinks by pointing his cue.
The second
so
rail, I think this is going to come behind it. If you hit it naturally and you don't try and force it,
that's a shame.
Forced it over. All right, Ray with a great opportunity.
Yeah. Derick did all the hard work there. Opened it up nicely. And gave Ray a nice opening.
Ray's got to either cut a ball pretty thin or else send the cue ball flying a little bit.
Yeah. He's eyeballing the thin cut on the 7 in the side. I think I like the 1 ball. 1 ball's pretty simple, isn't it? You're not going to miss the 1 ball.
I think so. I mean,
and you got lots of balls over the side pocket. The only reason this is not easy is because he just happened to stop right there in the middle of the table. I'd probably be slicing the 1.
I think I agree.
Because he's going to hit the 2 now, isn't he?
Oh, he banked
Bank shot. There you go.
Oh, did he get it?
Oof. Well, luckily for him, he did not leave Derick a shot on the 13. There's really not much you can do with the 9 ball.
Not a ton for the 15 either.
And that means it's tough to come with a shot that gives you any kind of advantage. What's the shot here, Kendall? What do you do? Kick it, he's saying. He's looking at the kick the 9 ball in. Hail Mary. It's tough to imagine leaving the cue ball safe anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you'd almost have to freeze them tight to
Ooh.
the ball. Just looking at kind of using the 7-6 as a.
Yeah. And
Little
there's
bit
two
of a
balls there.
scoop,
Hit the
yeah.
7 or the 6, and it might go in.
I mean, this game is all about percentages, so.
Well, and when your
give it
back's
a
up against the
chance.
wall and you don't have much else. But he's looking at kicking it, not banking it.
Well, that's right. I think that's a better shot.
Wow.
Oh, he cut it. Uh-oh.
Ah.
That was an unfortunate roll.
What he's got to realize is he was in a tough spot, which he knows.
Yeah, no matter what. All right, that's going to bring Ray's score to 3, and Derick still has his 1. Watch this. Right away.
3-1. Very impressive.
Thank you. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us. This is Mad Apple Xstream, located right inside the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company on West College Avenue, Appleton, Wisconsin.
Conveniently located right next to the Mad Apple Game Room Store and Pro Shop.
What do we do there?
We sell all kinds of pool-related things, such as
selling a lot of pool tables.
Pool tables and pool cues. We're a pea shower custom cue dealer, and McDermott and Viking. And people come from far around to have us do cue work.
I agree.
Because we do a good job putting tips on, fixing cues, shaft cleanings, wrapping,
Barrels.
rewraps, you name it, we do it. Cue building.
You built me a really nice brake cue. I love my brake cue.
Yeah, I see you still using that thing.
Yep.
Extra short as per your requirements.
Oh, but I'm really impressed by Ray's brake lately. I've said it almost every time he's broke because it's just a shattering brake. And again, I'll say I'm surprised he hasn't run more with his brake working as well as it is. There's no doubt you should be out this rack.
Once you figured out.
Well,
stripes. Oh, you're saying stripes, of course, yeah.
Yeah, 11 to the 13.
Does the 8-ball go?
He's looking at solids, I think.
Well, the question is, does the 8-ball go? That's the problem
I
for
think so.
stripes.
I mean, look at it from the overhead. It definitely is.
From exactly where the cue ball is there, the 8-ball goes. It's kind of tough from almost any other angle.
Yeah, I know.
It's landed in the spot where you hit that ball and it doesn't hit the floor and you're perfect. It's weird how that shot doesn't present itself nicely from other angles.
This is pretty good right here. He's got a perfect angle to come between there and give it just a little tap and give himself the 15 next.
Wow. So you're saying he'd shoot the 13 and
oh yeah, he's
go
got a
through the
really
gap.
good angle for this. It's just
let's
little
see
bit
if this
of right,
works out.
A little bit of right just above center and it'll float right over
Don't
there.
touch either of those solids.
Shouldn't.
Touch the solid. Plan B. So that tells you he doesn't like the 8-ball or trying to get on it.
Well, I think for what you said, not that it doesn't have a pocket. It's just that pocket. He's got to be uphill on it.
So he's still looking at breaking it. Following to the side rail and back out. And yet again, don't hit the 3-ball. If you can manage it.
So we should probably share the news that we're going to be moving.
Oh yeah,
King of the Hill.
right.
We're going to move it to Friday night. We really want to start getting some more competitors involved here, and I think it's a deterrent having this thing at 8 o'clock on Sundays. I tell you, the way the Knights matches are going, that's still going to be a great match to watch on Sundays.
Yep. So the other matches are still staying on Sunday, and that
yeah.
Sunday earlier in the day, of course, is a good time to watch a pool match and have them. It's just when it gets late on a Sunday where people have to go to work.
Yeah.
That it's tough to get all players.
So I think we're doing a 7:30 start time. So we're going to actually start at a half hour earlier. And
on the same night as the weekly Friday pool tournament.
Yep, correct.
Which
so
is fine.
So
it'll be busy in here.
Yeah, it'll be busy.
But that
It'll
don't
be a
matter.
good atmosphere for it. We get the bleachers. We want people to come down, check it out.
Oh, right. Table night.
Obviously, we want people to watch it on the stream also. But I mean, we'd love to have you down and sit in the bleachers and watch some of these matches live. We're gonna, hopefully have some.
Meanwhile, Ray is going to tell us what he thinks about the 8-ball. He hasn't left himself an angle to break it. He left himself an angle. He doesn't like it though, does he? Because from there he could set on it if it went.
But I just feel like
if
it
he
goes.
could,
I must be wrong.
if he could get back to that position that the cue ball was in at the beginning of this rack.
I think if you look at the overhead and you put the cue ball where the 6 ball is right now, that ball is all day long.
And he's pointing underneath the rack, which means what? He's trying to go all the way. If you're going to do that, why not just hit it? He's trying to get underneath it. Inside spin, got him.
Himself. Oh, he missed it.
Yep.
Safety all day here.
Yeah, luckily for Derick, it didn't stay right in front of the pocket.
Safety all day off the 1, I think, down here.
You mean leave him a kind of a bank? There's a spin shot too, isn't there?
Off the 7, maybe. Play off the 7, play to the side rail.
What about just leaving the cue ball where the 6 ball is?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like that because you can kick at it from there.
Because Derick definitely needs to break the 4, so he'd love to have ball in hand, but obviously if you leave Ray a shot on the 9, he's not going to get ball in hand. But we know that Ray has already told us he doesn't like the 8 ball and doesn't think it goes, so Derick is not selling out.
Yeah, but this shot, you could leave him a shot that he could potentially break the 8. Oh,
he went for it, and he ended up. That's where you want to be, huh? And Ray doesn't have much option here.
Safety, that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
And it's not a very good one.
No, it's not a good one, because the team that's got more balls.
4 ball is his safety, I think.
Derick has to realize that he's not under too much pressure here and that Ray's in trouble. If you realize that.
Speaking of banks, I got to throw one in there for my kid.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, he's at Derby City. He played bank pool, which is not his game necessarily. He doesn't play a whole lot of banks. And the only 2 matches he lost, he took 40th out of, 495?
430 something, yeah.
Or 430?
Yeah, Susie texted me that.
So out of 430, he took 40th place, and the only 2 players he lost to were Efren Reyes and
John Bromback.
Yeah, who won last year.
Yeah, both Efren and John Bromback have probably won the banks before. And so there's not many players. There's not many players who bank better than either of them.
Yeah.
And if people haven't heard of John Bromback, that's because the only game that he really is good at is banks. That's that's what he's known for.
Well, I mean, he's probably a pretty good player at anything else, just not to the level that he is at banks.
Yeah, no doubt. Derick. Ray did play in that shot, play a tiny little nudge on the 8 ball, which did put more pressure on Derick's shot there. But regardless, Ray does have a shot on the 9, and he could break it if he wanted to, but I think he's just going to set right on it, because it obviously goes.
There's nobody talking to us tonight. Where's everybody from tonight?
Hello.
We got 93,000 viewers out there, and I don't know where any of you are from except for Joe from Montello. So where are you guys joining in from?
And Roy Skenandore, who is, of course...
like this at all. Oh, he might have got it.
Roy Skenadore's watching, and if anybody recognizes that name, it's almost the same as his son, Ray Skenandore, who's playing.
In the gold shoes.
One letter different in the name.
So it was like... I can't tell. Is that like one solid gold, or is that like
carved out of solid chunks of gold? His boots are.
That's not a place where you live. That looks like
Well, it looks like he's shooting at something here.
Yeah, he's playing it off the rail, off the 1. Kind of shot. He's gonna. I think he can hold this ball and almost safe him here too. Well, he didn't try to.
All right, come on, Derick.
Safety. Off the 3.
Why not?
Yeah,
he's looking at the 6. The 6 is okay because it's also safe. You play it soft. I mean, obviously, if you leave Ray this shot, he's jumping over it and probably making the 8. And that's what Derick was thinking. The problem with shots where you think you're leaving it safe is sometimes it takes you away from focusing on actually making the ball. And that one did not go right. So we're going to get another chance to have a look at the power break of Ray Skenandore.
It's been impressive. Oh, I should probably update the score here.
Yep, 4-1. So he breaks just a couple of inches to the left of center.
Which is where I like to break
And
almost
he
every rack.
uses a long stroke. Not as long as Fong's. Fong's the only one I've ever seen who can put his hand on the rail and the cue ball right there and still hit it. And from the overhead view, when you watch that break, you see how straight his cue is traveling. Because it stays on that line.
Yeah, and that's is all about planting your left arm, I think. So your bridging hand. If that doesn't move, the cue can't come offline.
I got to work on that. So another wide open table, another rack where he made balls on the break.
Well, the 6, 13, 14 is not looking terrific, I don't think.
Yeah. And even his first shot here, it's no gimme. What do you like, solids or stripes? Solids probably, because you can more options to break that pack. Oh, that was clever.
How about there, yeah?
Yep. Not only did he play a combination on the 5, but he did
break again here.
Blast them open. Yeah, well,
so he might.
I mean, yeah, he hit that last one good. They just didn't open up.
This would open up nice, I think. And he does have the 2 down there. He'll come off the side of the 13. I guess the concern would be flip-flopping the 8 and the 7.
Yeah, this is one of those break shots you can hit softly, a soft little draw shot, probably.
Yeah, I don't even know if I draw it. I just hit high
so
right.
the 7 has just enough. Oh, wow, whack it in.
Or you just drill it.
And roll the dice and see what happens. And that turned out
perfect.
Lovely.
Yeah. 2 to the 3 to the 1 to the 7 to the 8.
Yep. So that's how you turn an awkward, difficult rack into a wide open table. Give it a whack and see what happens.
Might have to go to the 1 here. He's got quite an angle on this 3. He's going to change his mind.
And as long as he's straight on the 1, he could draw back. Oh, you're saying, 7 and then,
Yeah.
And then you've got to go from this,
No, I'd shoot
3
the
to
1
the
and draw back here.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, if you're straight on it, you might as well. Well, having said that, what pocket do you want to shoot the 8 ball into?
Corner.
Corner.
Well, he's going to shoot the 3.
So then actually... he can hit it. No, he can't. Does the 1 go past the 9?
I don't like that shot.
No, he's going to play the 1 in the... So he's got to move the... This is one of these racks where you're moving the cue ball a lot. Breaking that general rule of thumb about trying to shoot them in groups, but sometimes you have to.
Shot. I think if you would have drawn... You didn't even have to draw that far back. And even if your draw failed, you would have had the 7. Could have came around 2 rails back for the 3 again.
Yeah, it's tricky.
I just think that was the wrong shot.
It's tricky getting on the 8 unless you can get straight on the 1, but he's straight on the 7, which means he doesn't have a lot of options to get straight on the 1.
I just watched the replay, and he hit that in a way. He just hit it too thin. If he would have hit it, he had the right spin on it. If you watch the 7 or the 3 ball go in, it was spinning the right way. He just hit it thinner than he intended. And he probably would have held it.
He doesn't like it.
Tough here. He's got to come 2 rails around, come right. Yep.
What's he going to do?
He's trying to play around the 2 rails, stay tight inside the 12, around 2 rails, and actually around 3 rails, because he's going to try and come
round the back of the 1 ball somehow.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Which means this has got to be held really straight around the 12. Look at it go.
Okay.
Well, he had the stroke on it. So definitely went all the way through it. All right, Derick with the opportunity here. He's got to make sure he takes advantage.
And it's complex here. There's a lot of different ways to go. Nice to like to pick one that keeps it simple. $15 first, just because it's in the way of the 11, or maybe it's not. Yeah, he's shooting the 11, isn't he? No, he's not. Yes, he is.
You sure?
No.
Yep.
That's right. I didn't know if it went past the 15.
Forced it just enough.
Yeah, you got to plan every shot
Come
here.
around two rails here. Draw it around, and 14 on the side next.
Yeah.
I think.
And if you overshoot it, you're still okay.
Oh boy, you better draw this a little.
Okay, let's go with the 13. That's okay.
It's probably the shot he was playing.
Not bad, is it?
I think I
choose a ball to get onto the 8.
Yeah.
Why is he looking at the 10 ball there when he could just shoot the 13 and the 10 on the side?
No idea. But
hey, if it goes, he's okay. He's got like half a pocket. Uh-oh. How did he end up over there?
Well, it's
still okay if he just chips his 13 in.
11.
The orange one?
I think I'd shoot the 11, or I mean the 12 ball, the pink 12.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's got that.
He's got to roll this ball in. You just don't want to snap this ball. You have nothing to do here except for make the ball, because you're going to get shape either on the 14 or the 13.
There you go.
Jumped up and made it perfect.
I think he's okay here if he just gently rolls the 14 in. And just stay up there for... He'll have a shot on the 13. Well, having said that, you really, to get on the 8, you don't like that angle, do you? So he could hit this a little bit firmer, go up table, and try and judge it. The 1 ball's coming into play. Bump. Okay. Now what? Yeah, he didn't really want to draw that ball into the corner like that. Straight up and down table would have worked. Without the spin.
I don't know. I'd still be back cutting this ball, I think.
Oh, wow, yeah.
This doesn't go, I don't think.
If it's possible, then what's he thinking?
Looking at the overhead, to me, this shot does not go. Barely goes 4 rails.
Side pocket. He's sitting down.
I don't know what happened to Chris G. Have you seen him at all today?
Nope. I saw a message he was going to play in the Sunday tournament, but I don't think he did.
Shot there by Ray.
I hope he's okay.
Oh, he's fine.
All right. Follow with just a hair of spin to go over the 8.
One-third of the way there.
And that gives him a 4-1 lead. What did you just say? A third of the way?
For Ray, yeah.
If they were racing to 12.
The score is 5.
Oh. Why does that say 3? Did we miss one?
I don't know what you're watching exactly, but I don't know.
3-1.
It says 5 here.
Yeah, right. But you jumped from 3-1 to 5-1.
Oh. Yeah, I probably never changed it the last time. I would say. Double check with Derick,
I see.
I'm pretty sure it is 5-1.
Yeah, okay. Just forgot to hit the...
That's just the score. What's going on, Al? Sorry you're late. You're not that late. 6 games in, raced 15. Wow, that one is finally wide open. Well, did I guess right?
That is correct. 5-1 is correct.
All right.
A third of the way there.
Yeah, that's where that all started. L. Jordan apologizing to us for being late.
Sorry, I'm late. Hey, you can watch the replay.
Right.
It's more fun live, though, isn't it?
Well, I think this shot and the next shot are probably the two.
Friendly nudge.
Yeah, that's perfect. Draw back for the 9 right away.
So Derick's got the stream on. He's watching the stream on his phone, and he's got headphones in. He must be listening. I don't know if you want. We shouldn't be communicating with him while he's playing, but send us a sign, Derick, if you're listening.
That's his fault for listening. If I know he's listening, I'm going to start saying really mean shit.
So Ray is making it. There you go. He's looking around.
No wonder.
Thanks for joining us, Derick.
Oh, I tell you, that's a bad idea.
No? He says, no, I'm not listening.
Why would you do that? I would never do that.
That's fun.
Oh.
I like it.
Oh, look, you got tip work coming up from Harold. He asked if he'd be around.
Will you be around on the 5th of February? I can't plan that far ahead now, can I?
Right.
Aren't we at some tournament?
Could die tomorrow, you don't know. No, not the 5th. We'll be at BCAPL at some tournament. Yeah, just the state tournament.
Yeah. When's that? Right, coming right up.
Yeah, February 8th. Remember, you got to get the entire pro shop together so
I
you
know.
can go on the road. Yeah.
Yep, Fong already put together.
That thing.
Fong put together a list of things that we need to purchase for our store and tips and stuff. Tomorrow I'm on a pool table job, but the next day I've got earmarked for digging all that stuff
Where's
out.
Hollenbeck been? He's actually at Derby City. He helped set up the stream down there so that we could get all the footage we've gotten. I tell you what, honestly, some really incredible matches. I'm really excited to get him back.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
He was in a good position there. He'd run himself into a good break and run type situation. He worked himself, picked it off, and then let's turn the table over. Okay, sorry, interrupt you there.
Oh, you didn't interrupt me. Ray's shot interrupted me.
Yep.
It was more important than what I was saying. We're just talking about Hollenbeck for
chicken legs.
Chicken legs, yeah.
What day of the week is February 5th?
Oh, for crying out loud.
Harold, what I would say is call me like the day before.
Jeez.
I'm spread a little thin at the moment because I'm
Zero commitment.
on a lot of the pool table jobs.
Oh, this would be our opportunity. Anybody wants to learn how to install pool tables, come see MH at the
That's right.
Mad Apple Game Room store. We definitely need some help.
My wife says I have a commitment problem. Well, she's not really my wife.
Aren't you married to her?
Yes.
February 5th would be a Saturday.
Then I will probably be here, yeah, because we don't do pool table jobs on Saturdays. So yes,
No
Harold.
wonder
I would still
for
advise
grandmother.
calling just in case something changes, but yes.
Isn't that when most people are home are Saturdays and we don't install pool tables on Saturdays?
Well, we've got too much going on in the pro shop. Well, that's the day we have the most customers. Yeah, most likely I'll be here, Harold. call the pro shop, call the Mad Apple, hit option 2. That takes you through to the pro shop before you're thinking of heading out, just to make sure.
920-955-3992.
2 is the direct line to the pro shop. Or if you hit 1 or 0 as the last digit, it takes you through to the main menu, and then you hit option 2. Option 1 takes you through to the lovely people at the Mad Apple restaurant and bar / pool hall. Now, I would be sending Mason, obviously, out on a lot of my pool table jobs, but he
doesn't have time
he's
for that
he's
kind of
AWOL.
thing.
He's missing in action. Off in Derby City playing bank pool against the pros.
He's excited for one pocket.
Yep, I know that was he was really into that for a while, wasn't he? Studying it, and
His first bad break I've seen from Ray. He let the cue ball go in the side pocket. Still an amazing lack of table runs considering how well he's breaking, though.
yep, he's got close.
Hmm?
He's got close.
Yeah, just something keeps going wrong right at the end of the...
Now, commentators are not supposed to be biased, but can I just say, come on, Derick, you can do it.
I just want to see him play the game that
Yep.
I know he can, you know. I mean, he does... His nerves are getting
Yep.
him, you know, which is normal. If
But
you've
I will
never
point-
played on a stream,
I will
don't
point
care
out,
how
if
good
anybody
he is.
thinks that we're giving him advice, or if he's getting advice from us by listening, the delay on the
Well,
stream.
For one, it ain't working.
Well, yeah, and what do we know?
Yeah, right.
But he's made a good choice there to get stripes. 9 ball doesn't look like it slides past the 10, which means you might have to shoot the 10 and shoot the 9 in the long pocket. And then you'd like to pick a ball before the 8. But anyway, what I was going to say is there's a sort of a somewhat of a delay, which means all our information will be minutes late to actually help. But when you watch
nailed it, though, the 9-10, those are the two tough ones.
Speaking of players listening to the commentary, there's a situation that happens in snooker on the big matches that a lot of the audience now have these little earpieces and can hear the commentary. And two problems with that. One thing is, if you get enough of them, it all adds up and the players can actually hear you. But the other thing that happens is the commentator says something that's funny, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, the whole crowd just starts giggling while the player's down on a shot.
Yeah, I suppose. Did you say hairpiece?
Earpiece.
Oh. So there's another, where's Chris tonight? I'm sorry, Al. It is just myself and MH.
Yeah.
I apologize.
We don't know where he is. We're worried about him.
Mr. Guntanis.
Actually, I did send him a message earlier today when I noticed that the Queen's match didn't have any audio.
I know. I texted him, or I messaged him.
Did he respond?
He did.
Okay, well,
Really
that's
short
good.
and brief.
Huh.
Yeah, I know.
He's not that short.
Not very brief either. Shot by Derick. Really got to spin this one, I think, and play into that 2-3. Just try and get to the inside of it. I don't know how else you do it. I mean, you could try and draw out of it, but...
Yeah, it's a little tricky, this, isn't it?
He's
going the
draw
other
out of it,
spin.
yeah.
Okay, round the table. Nudge the 8.
Right in this way.
Now he's eyeballing the bank shot on the 10, which is, if this works, puts him beautifully in line. But this,
I mean, truthfully, to play through the 1, he's going to hit this with left, so it's going to help.
if this goes in, it'll be
I mean,
amazing.
it's got a good
In the hole.
chance
Look at
because
that.
of
Oh, what a great shot. Now, like we were saying earlier in the previous match, you play a trick shot, and it becomes sometimes you got to focus on the next shot really hard. There it is. What a great shot. What a great out. So this will help him settle in. He's playing well.
Trying to get him here. Or what?
And this is what you call
shot you got to make.
There you go.
All right, showing a little life.
That is a table run, right? Mark down that table run, someone. Put a circle around that number. Good to see Derick running out. Got nothing against Ray because we love Ray.
We did have a Jesters match today. The Jesters, who played Jesters? Oh, it was Pete Beshta.
Yep.
And Pete was challenging Grossmeyer. Yeah, so Jeff and Bill Grossbeer commentated for Coleman and Pete's match. I'm not sure who won. Did you watch the match?
I did not. I was running around doing stuff.
We had a Queens match too. Tanya Berenson, actually, who does a lot of the OS commentary.
Yep. And she said she wasn't even planning on playing today. She was planning on commentating. But we had a guest commentator on the Queens match.
Yeah.
That very nice lady that I met last night.
Who?
I don't remember what her name is.
Oh, did Kelly O'Hearn?
Yeah. Yep.
O'Hearn, sorry.
Yep.
I always call her O'Hearn, but it's O'Hearn.
She's real sweet. I met her yesterday.
Yeah, so she came and commentated the Queens today?
I believe so.
Oh, that's nice.
It sounded like her. I was watching on my phone, and it's so small and my eyesight's so bad, I couldn't really make out if it was her, but it sounded like her.
Oh, no, it's Connie. That was Connie.
The lady who's rated too high to play in the high roller tournament that we were talking
You're talking about Kelly O'Hearn.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
I'm talking about Connie Wessinger.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Connie was commentator.
Ah, okay, so I was wrong. I told you I couldn't see her face. It was too small on my phone. Connie, okay, Connie. More nice one, Connie.
Well, now I'm curious. I'll message Pete and see who won the Jesters today. Could go back and watch too, I suppose.
All right, so Derick's breaking an inch from center. With his
I mean, I'd try and copy whatever Ray was doing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and this is it.
Snapping the ball.
That's exactly it,
It's a little more jacked up than Ray was. I don't like putting all that weight down into the table. Good break, though.
So he's breaking with his shooting cue. Carbon fiber? No, he's not. Okay, he just walked around the table without switching. Grabs his other carbon fiber.
That other one's like a Q-Tech or something. His break cue is
I think it's a Predator, yeah. But his shooting cue is a P-shower, right?
Yes. Did I actually get his score there? I didn't. Here, I got a transition now. Is it 6-2, right?
That sounds approximately right.
Jeez. I don't think Derick snuck in there and got an extra one, did he? He's got 2.
Sounds about right.
Well, you know, it's either 2 or 3.
Yeah. So I think Fong won the weekly pool tournament today. He was
playing good.
He was in the hot seat match. I know that. He won the hot seat match, so he was the undefeated player. I didn't see the final, but it seems to have gone on quickly.
Well, I'll take a second and thank everybody for joining us here at Mad Apple Xstream, inside the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company and Pro Shop.
Mm-hmm.
I am joined in the booth by my good friend Mr. M.H. Potting Penglaze. 25.
No, I don't like to think about it really.
How old's your kid?
27.
20
or 8.
27 years, 28 years.
Yeah. I used to know.
You're just kids then, right?
What's that?
Just kids then.
Yep.
I don't even know if I'd recognize a picture.
Well,
of
we
you
were
from
younger
back
than our
then.
kids are now, yeah. Yeah, you invited me to a pool tournament at the Pastime in Oshkosh.
Yeah, you were playing right on table 3 inside the magnet.
Yep.
Summer afternoon, door was open.
It's the first time I'd ever played American pool.
Was it?
Yep. Discovered the magnet, poked my head in because my wife was at college at Oshkosh University, so I had some time to cool while she was in class. Walked down the street and saw that there were pool tables in the bar. And I was interested to see American pool, which I'd read about.
Yeah.
You know, back then, of course, before YouTube and all that stuff, you never saw it.
Yeah, right.
Americans didn't know the vast majority of Americans had never heard of snooker, and English people didn't know what American pool was.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I just think about the coincidence of all of that and how different, like, your life might be or my life. I mean,
Right.
Now we've worked together for
Who knows what I'd be doing.
a lot of years, you know. I mean, we worked together initially as high-rise window cleaners.
Yep. Yeah, you got me that job.
Yeah, crazy. You're making mattresses when you decided to come over and sell pool tables.
That's right. My 2 days off a week, in the middle of the week, you guys would book me up for pool table work. So how I started doing pool table work.
Yeah.
On my days off.
Feels like yesterday.
Right.
Actually, it doesn't. It feels like forever ago. Holy cow. All right, break shot here. Nope. Was he playing shape? I don't know what he was playing there.
Yeah, he was trying to get a shot on the 6. Which doesn't really... Well, maybe the 6 goes past the 14.
Past the what?
The 14.
14's down here.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the 4?
I'm talking about him.
6 is up there buried behind.
Right, but he almost got position on the 6 ball to shoot it up table, is what he was probably planning there. Because it's his only way to get the 6 out.
Yeah, we were talking about Ray's shoes before. They're solid gold. I don't know how he picks his feet up.
Carved out of solid gold. 22 carat.
I just couldn't tell if they were like, what do they call those? Those little shimmery dots, you know.
Glitter?
Well, no, those are the really small glitter. Sequins.
Stripper dust.
Nice shot. Uh-oh.
Oh, does not want to give Ray ball.
Yeah, that's not going to help him. And I think he just opened up. Did he just bump the 12 over too? Give him enough room to get that 6 past the 12?
No. But now we're going to find out if the 6 goes past the 14.
I mean, I don't know why you keep saying past the 14. Very confused. The 6 is up by the 11.
Right. But you can shoot it across the length of the table.
The 14's down here in the corner.
Right.
Is that what you're talking about?
Uh-huh.
Oh, why wouldn't he just... Oh, my.
Oh, he's banking the 6.
All right.
So that tells you it doesn't go past the 14.
Guess not. I just said...
I am talking about that pocket right there. Between the 4 and the 14. If it went, he'd be shooting it.
I think the 10's in the way, isn't it? To me, it looks like the 10's in the way of that shot.
Yeah, maybe. I just don't know why he was playing position down there before then, that's why.
Maybe for this bank right here.
Oh, maybe
Could
setting for the bank. All right, here's a chance for Derick. It's a nice little starter in the side pocket.
Yeah, it opens up your 2 treble balls, guaranteed a shot at the next something. 13 becomes your treble ball at that point. Only
Yeah, and you
because
draw back and try and get on it right on that teeny tiny window,
it looks
knowing
like
that there
he's-
are other balls to save you if you're not on it. And there he is. Is he on the 13?
No, I get a little far.
Actually, you can just stop on the 10. It's a very, very small window, and he's showing you with his cue where he wants to be now. Can he play a stop shot, or does he have to draw back an inch?
I just barely draw back.
There you go. Think he's on
It's
it.
a good angle.
Brilliant. So he read that table quickly. That's good signs. Oh. Yep, stop and look at the other balls. Plan it out.
Well, the reason he's looking at it is it is a little bit of a throw shot. You got to make sure that you hit this right. It's not just straight away.
And you can see there that, they always talk about dominant eyes and stuff, but Derick plays right off the middle, in between his 2 eyes. You can see on that shot there. And he's able to get his head straight forward, which usually a lot of players, when they touch their chin on the cue, they're so contorted that your face is not actually pointing in the direction of the shot. But there are some players who can do it, and Derick's one of them. Larry Neville's also the same. He played off the middle. He didn't play off one dominant eye or the other. And his face, i.e. his nose, pointing directly towards the shot. I think some people's anatomy just doesn't allow them to do that. Players who stand higher up like you do, it's more. I think you have the advantage of being able to do that. But you look at the players who come right down on their cue and touch it with their chin. Some of them cannot do that.
All right,
and so your nose or your face is always pointing off to the side. That was a lovely little run from Derick. It's got to keep the Derick fans happy, that one.
I don't know. Are you happy?
I'm impartial.
There you go. Halfway to Ray.
Because I love Ray. Ray's a great guy. I'm a fan of Ray. Derick is... Well, I'm not even going to say it. Nice one. There you go. He's listening to our comedy a few minutes late.
What did he say?
Nothing. I just can tell he's smiling at us up at the comedy box. He likes what we're saying. But that was a good run, Derick. All right. Slug in the pack. Blasting them all open.
It's a nice table. I like
Balls
solids
in.
here. Starting with the 7.
And stripes
Or the
aren't too
2.
bad either, are they?
Yeah, I don't like the 11-9. I think the 11-9 is what prevents me from taking stripes.
Okay. It's a pretty straight combination, and you've got balls to get on it.
Yeah. I just like solids. I don't know.
Yeah. 7 ball in the corner is your first shot, then, is it?
2 ball, actually, after I
2
looked
ball.
at it. Yeah. 2 ball float out to the middle of the table, either for
Yeah.
the 7 or the 6 or the 4. It's almost a natural angle, just speed. What's up with the black box on the head side? What are you talking about? Oh, I see.
He's talking about the
That's the light. You just aren't used to table 8. Right now, all of our equipment is in Derby City, getting some unbelievable footage, including we got some matches from Efren Reyes, Alex Panguaya. I mean, everybody, really. We had Mika Immonen.
So really, yeah, in answer to that, what is that black box at the top of the
Max
screen?
Embley.
Yeah, it's the this rectangular cloth that is our lighting over the table. Because we've got a camera over the middle of the table, in order to do that, the normal lights wouldn't work. Because the camera has to be much higher, so the light's much higher. And so that it doesn't glare in the players' faces, it's got this long rectangular curtain. Does that answer that question? Meanwhile, Derick is shooting balls in. Making quick work of this rack, and he's taking a little pause now to think these last 3 balls out. He could. Alright, he's going to go this way.
I like this shot. I think
that's a good draw shot.
Correct. Oh, yeah, that's right. Patrick Glynn. Hey, Patrick, while you're on there, why don't you get rid of those silly controllers that are on there? But Patrick just checked in on the stream, and he said, what's up, Apple team? About to watch Darren Dynamite Appleton play some one pocket. We were talking about that before, so it's another match that we'll have later on Mad Apple Xstream, so that's great.
Darren Appleton.
Appletini.
So he's left himself a little angle on this one that he didn't really want. Cue ball's going to be traveling away. Is he going to concede that he has to hit these stripes?
So Patrick was nice enough while he was there to get contact information for Mr. Efren Reyes, his agent. So we're going to work.
Got his phone number, did he?
We did, yeah. We're going to work on getting him here at the Mad Apple. I'd asked Patrick
call him later.
Make sure he gets a hold of.
That would be cool. We've already had his buddy Francisco Bustamante was here.
I mean, we've had a ton. Allison Fisher, Kelly Fisher,
2 English pros, 2 Filipino pros, or 1 so far, and we had, of course, Johnny Archer and Earl Strickland.
Well, so I feel like we're missing somebody. I'm gonna leave somebody out.
Oh, 3 English pros, of course. The 2 Fisher ladies. Plus, there was another pro. I don't remember what her name is. That traveled with Kelly Fisher.
That was the Chinese lady, Wei Su Chin. I'm probably mutilating it. I probably shouldn't even try.
What's he doing?
I don't know. I hope he's not kicking at this ball.
Why would you? Just shoot the one in and give it a whack and see what happens.
Doesn't he have the one here?
Yeah.
Cut it in.
Yeah, so the cue ball's going to fly down and hit the 14.
Draw off it. I mean, really what you're going to try and do is draw off the 14.
Give it a whack with some spin. Make sure you
make a good shot.
Make sure you make the one and give yourself a chance here. Yeah. Trying to get really fancy and play position.
Out of context, that could be a really funny comment. Well, he's trying to get fancy here and play position.
Well, you know what I mean. I mean, he's pointing at trying to get on the 8 in the side, which is tricky because the 11's in the way.
Yeah, I think you just make the one, hit this ball. You got a wide open pocket there.
He's called the 1 ball in the side.
Well, we're halfway there.
There you go.
Yep. Oh, see? He should have probably tried something different. Maybe he should have kicked it that ball.
Well.
He's got to bank this now, I think, doesn't he? Oh, boy.
Don't go in.
That better not go. Otherwise, somebody needs to do some table maintenance.
No. Yeah. Yeah, I just leveled all the tables right before our high roller tournament this weekend.
That was like.
And then Mark West just said to me earlier today,
just over 10,000.
You got to go level these tables.
Mark West or Mike Bell?
Mark West.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he came up to me and said, I think you need to level the tables. I'm like, I just did. But sometimes the slate itself is not flat. And
Julie Schonke, who won the Queen's match today. We have a new queen, Miss Tanya Berenson, won the match against Ray Ann Skenandore.
Poor Rayhan. She was so excited she won last week.
Oh, the nice thing about the queens, well, their list is getting longer. We got 3 or 4 more ladies that are jumping in the ring here, so that one's heating up.
So you'd have to say Ray's favorite to run out here. The 14 and the 9 ball might not be sitting just nice. Look at the overhead, and it's a little bit off, isn't it?
I think this is where I'd almost shoot it, to be honest.
Right, just trust that you can throw it in enough. Oh no, he's going into it. He's going into it. He's shooting 12 in the side. Spin. Yeah, not enough. He scratched. There we go. He just gave the game back to Derick.
Maybe. Oh yeah. Well, let's see. See, we have a rule here at Mad Apple Xstream.
No gimmies. You got to shoot every ball.
So
even though we are confident
thank him
that he's going to make this shot. There we go.
Yeah, I would have never tried that. Hey, so I figured out a solution to that whole black box thing.
Put a commercial on it.
Oh, watch.
Put an advert for the pro shop.
Watch. Let's see.
Oh, your logo.
Let's see what. No, let's see what Al thinks of this.
Oh no, that's terrible.
No more black box.
That is terrible.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
So we probably shouldn't do that.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I thought you were going to put the logo. You mean you might as well put the logo on it.
I'm just messing around.
Right. You'd have to squish the logo to make it fit, though, wouldn't you?
All right, one more. There we go. Back to normal.
Okay, we got the score right, do we?
We do.
3-6.
Yep, I corrected it. No, 4. Oh. Wait, is it 4? Yeah, it's 4. You know, I think these 2 keywords screw me up all the time, but he's definitely got 4. So I lied. One more. Now they both have their headphones in. Ray's got his going. Now we can give him bad advice too. That was better, he said. That was horrible. What are you talking about? You want to see our ugly mugs over the top of the table the whole time?
Yeah, it'd be just distracting. I know it's still on the screen. I wouldn't put it up there at all if it was me.
Thank God you're not in charge.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see how Ray works his way to get onto the 12.
12 and the 8.
And the 8.
And the 10.
Yeah. And the 10 ball goes up this way.
I'm pretty sure he missed shape on the first shot.
So here he could play the 11 and play a long kiss on the 1 ball.
Yeah, it's not the worst shot, I don't think.
The only problem with that is you may not have a good shot on the stripe afterwards. So that would make it the worst shot. That's what he's doing. That's not what he's doing.
Here goes the new Knight, taking Bruce Almighty down today.
Knight in shining armor. Gibby.
Gibby? Is that what they go
Well, yeah, his last name's Gibbs.
Oh, I got that part.
And they said on the stream, they said that was his nickname.
Well, Gibby giving her hell today and taking down Bruce Almighty.
Yeah. Bit tricky here, isn't it, for Ray? What kind of angle do you want on the 14?
I mean, it really does walk its way around other than the 8 ball if you're careful. So here to the 14 to the 10. Back down to the 12.
How do we get this screen back up to date? I don't know why that always happens.
Because I pushed the wrong button. So when I go and I push the 4, it takes it all the way back.
Oh.
Right. and then I
Alright.
miss the score.
Yeah.
So really, what I should do is just take this, get it the hell out of here.
So that's a nice little shot to get on the 10. I'd like to have stopped a hair shorter so he doesn't have to go into these solids. Because he can't follow up now.
Well, alright, he wanted
if
to
he
come
was-
up here for the...
Yeah, if he was dead straight on
12.
this ball, he could follow up to the 12. He's looking for an alternate way to get there. Oh. Weather news flash. Mark Bell is informing us it's snowing outside.
It's like, I don't know, sign language or
Yeah.
something.
Pointing to the sky.
Pointing to the sky with magic fingers.
Uh-huh.
Apparently that
Wow,
stands for
look at
snow.
that. He's thinking about just leaving the cue ball pretty much there by the 10 and thin cutting the 9 ball from there. This would be quite a route to take. I might have been tempted to just hit that shot with a lot of following hard and bump my way through the 3 ball.
That's what I thought he was going to do, but I was going to bank this ball.
Oh,
He would have liked
yeah.
to not be shooting over the top of that 7.
He's lining the bank up. Yeah, this is really tough, isn't it? And then hopefully at the same time he wants to get a shot on the 12 in the side.
Well, you got to hold it, yeah.
And you still haven't solved the 8 ball, so you really need an exact angle on this 12 ball. And he might be better off just... Oh, look at that. Okay.
Boy, did he got away with that a bit. Does that combination go past the 9, or does the 9 impede that?
No, the 9's out of the way, it looks like. Well, he could go into it right now. I'd be tempted to shoot the 4 ball. And run into the 3 and 7. Because that cluster up table with the 2 and the 1, the 2 ball goes, and you could nudge the 1 and the 8. At some point. But if you like that combination, you're right. You could just set on it right now if he wants. It's weird though. From the overhead shot, that looks straighter on the 4 ball, the pink 4. From our position in the comedy box, it seems like he's got a good, healthy angle on it. But look at the overhead view there. It seems straighter.
He's got a good angle on that.
It's weird that you just can't see it the same from different angles. Yeah.
You might have said this already, but if you do play the 4, you play into the 3, set for the 7.
Yes, I did say that.
Did you?
Yeah. Just bump into it. That was the first thing, yeah. I was thinking that 4 naturally takes you there.
Kind of sell out
Looking
if
at
you
the
miss
overhead,
this
it's like
ball,
not
don't you?
necessarily, but... Okay. That's alright, you've got the 5.
Well, he tried to oh, he might have got away with that.
Yeah, not a bad result. Not a bad result. Kind of nice that he nudged the 3 off the rail. Nice that he hooked Ray.
7 goes.
Yeah. Al Jordan says he held the door open for Johnny Archer once at Romines. I watched a match with Alison Fisher in Las Vegas, all those in that decade or so ago, and Johnny Archer was in the seat in front of us, chit-chatting about some guy who he wanted to play a money match with. I was there with I was in Las Vegas with you, Kendall, but I was watched that match with...
Yeah, the guy from Ozone.
Yeah, Scott, the owner of Ozone Billiards.
He doesn't talk to us anymore.
Why not?
I don't know. I tried to call him a while back, like right after they took off. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. I forget what his last name is now, but He's not available.
Busy guy.
Yeah, very, I'm sure. Well, I mean, he was just starting out. You remember that? I mean,
Yep.
they didn't have any products there or anything. They just brought their catalog.
Yep. People a chance to win.
Yeah.
Take your name and number.
Yeah, brilliant. Obviously, he did very well for himself doing it the way he did. Nice guy, though.
Yeah, he was a real nice guy. He took me out to dinner too. We had dinner with Charlie.
Yeah, Hillbilly Brian.
No.
Oh.
The other Charlie. How should I describe him? Dark hair, 5'4", smells a little bit like soy sauce. Charlie Williams.
Oh. What the hell are you talking about?
Remember Charlie Williams?
Not really, no. I remember Charlie Bryant. I remember the Hillbilly.
Yeah, I remember
I just ran into him actually at Derby when I was there.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen him in years, but hung out with him quite a bit in Vegas. He was a good time.
I remember him.
The
Yeah,
bib
that was the same.
overalls.
That was the same trip. Yeah.
Hey, he doesn't wear his bib overalls anymore. He had a T-shirt on for.
He's moved on. Modernized.
Kind of hillbilly wears.
City
T-shirts.
boy Charlie.
Yeah. Did I mention every time you bang your phone into
Sorry.
it?
I just wanted to look up Charlie Williams to show you who he is.
Jeez. All right, Derick's looking at the 5 here. All right. Pretty sure you could have just said he was from China.
Well, he's American.
Is he?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
He's
know.
one of the top was one of the top American
Is he?
pros.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's Chinese or Asian.
Well, I couldn't know if it's
Or
Chinese.
he's
I mean,
Asian. Yeah,
right.
pretty sure that's okay.
But that's like calling an English player Irish
Yeah, right.
or an American Canadian.
That's why Asian is probably.
And we were just
most
actually
appropriate.
on vacation at a hotel a little while ago, and I was walking past these guys, and to me, you know how like sometimes it could be an American accent, but if you only hear a few words, you might think it's foreign. And I said the first thing I thought when I heard them is, "Oh, you guys are Russian," and they said, "No, Chicago." But it turns out that there were some Ukrainian people in the hotel, and I believe it was them. And yes, they're staying in Chicago, but to call the Ukrainian Russian, especially right now with what's going on, and it sounds like Russia's just about to invade Ukraine.
Yeah.
But from someone who doesn't know much like me, they sound the same when they try to speak English. It's like everybody calling me Australian. I get
love
it. To the rest of the world,
introducing you
okay,
like
we
that,
sound
though.
the same.
I'm starting to agree. You don't really have much of an accent anymore.
Yeah.
Very little. Well, I'll tell you, Derick did about the worst thing he could there, and he opened this wide up for Ray. No, I'm trying to decide watching Ray when he does that. He puts his
Yeah.
extension on, not when he has to reach for it, but when I think when he feels like he's got to stroke the ball.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there was
When
definitely no reach issue there.
When he knows he wants to throw the cue at it.
And I have a little 1 ounce extension. It's a 1 inch, 1 ounce extension that goes on the bottom of my Q2. Let me start doing that. All right, that was another rack. We better score it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to press the button? What's the number?
One more than it is
7.
now. Oop, wrong one. Wrong player. There we go. Ray finally back on the board. It's been a while since he's scored a game.
Yeah, but it's not bad for Derick here. He's staying in it.
Yep.
Won a few racks there. Keeping his head in the game. Yeah, and that extension's pretty heavy. I weighed one of those. It's like 4 ounces or something crazy.
The butt end.
Yeah.
Extension.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is just throwing the cue straight through when you know you don't have to do anything but get a straight follow through. That would be right. I mean, that extra weight probably would help.
More than what you're used to, so it just gives you a little bit more than what you've been shooting with.
Well, Ray's made a ball every time except for twice.
He does a quick count of the balls just to make sure. That can't be right. But yes, no ball made.
Thank everybody again for joining us. Make sure you're out there sharing. My goodness, sharing the stream. We really appreciate that. That is what helps us keep this thing running for free. That and the free labor. Thanks, MH.
What do you mean I'm not getting paid for this?
Oh, do you punch in?
No. But I
Well,
did
you're
order.
not getting paid.
I ordered a meal.
Oh, yeah. That counts. Oh, I was told that didn't count as pay, so I was confused.
Well, it still tastes good.
Well, I'll tell you what. You don't have to give props to the people of England just because MH is in the booth.
Well, Boris Johnson, of course, the Prime Minister of England, is in a little bit of hot water at the moment because, you know, obviously the COVID restrictions, which have been pretty severe in England, come from the government, and obviously that means they're his rules. Turns out he went to a party and broke the rules.
Oh, can't do that.
And people in his own party are asking, chit-chatting about whether he should still be there. And in England, we don't vote for Prime Minister. It's just the leader of the party that wins is in charge. And so the party can choose to just get rid of him.
That's no good. Well, right. So in other words, if he's a bad representation.
Yeah, so they're having chit-chats at the moment about that. And the timing was bad because this party they went to was the day before Prince Philip, the Queen's husband, who died, his funeral. And so Boris had to apologize to the Queen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can only lock people up so long. I mean.
Yeah, well, they're his rules.
Well, yeah, so now he ended it.
I don't know. I had not really. No, I think I did see something that restrictions
crazy.
were easing.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that
of
would
course.
be a good thing.
Funny. All right, 14 in the corner, break 13. That's the plan. He's sticking to it.
Yeah, and he'll only have one more problem after that to solve.
Let's get 15 down here to do that with if he so chooses. Nope and nope.
So, and those two problems that he was trying to solve there are the same problems that Derick has here.
like what he's looking at here. He's looking at trying to leave him tough. But I don't know that he gets the 2 out in any way if he would do that.
Oh, so he's looking at the 7 off the 3. And then he's got the 1 and the 6 down the other end, so...
Yeah, the 2's horrible. 2's really tough to get out of there.
Yeah, he's going to keep that 7 till later. Is he trying to go into it right now with a lot of spin? Look at that shot. Brilliant. Brilliant shot, Derick. Yeah, you got to plan a route to get to this 7 ball. You don't really want to leave the 1 or the 2 down there. Well, the 1 you could leave. He could shoot the 2 ball now.
Yeah.
And then the 7. And of course, the thing about shooting the 7 off the 3 is if the 3 ball's the only ball left on the table, you're rolling the dice a little bit that you're going to get a shot on it. So I almost do prefer to do the 2 and then his 7 if he can get on it, but it's easier to get on it, of course, with the 1. You can roll the 1 in the side.
That's what I thought he was looking at. I think I'd shoot that.
And then he's left with a challenge of getting on the 2.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of this is a bit of a scramble. I mean, you gotta...
Yeah, and if he wasn't so straight on the 2, he'd have probably shot the 2 ball, but being straight like that...
I mean, I don't think it's impossible to get back up there on the 2 off of the 3 down here if you play it right.
Well, you could play the 1 in the side now and draw to stay on the 2, hoping that you're not straight on it, and then you've got a better way to get from the 2 to the 7.
Yeah, but then you're going directly to... I don't know.
Yeah, it's the tough part. Leaving the 3 till last. Your last ball is...
Well, he's going to shoot the 2.
Look at that shot. If he'd missed that, it would have been great. Missed hitting the 1 ball. And it kind of looks like the 9 ball is stopping the bank and the kick into the side. He's called it in the top corner pocket, past the 15, past the 14, past the 15. Valiant effort, and his plan B as he blocked the 15 with the 1 ball, so not sell out yet. Ray's got some work. Got lots of options here with lots of strike balls. And he's going to want to start breaking these right away. So
Yeah,
is he going right into the 15 right now?
One of them.
Bang. Did that clear?
I don't think it did.
He's taking a good old look. And what he just told us is he's got a teeny tiny pocket which could brush off the side rail and hit at a slow speed. And he's going to play it right now. Absolutely dead weight, this, because he's really not shooting at the pocket. He's shooting this into the rail and hoping it can still fall in. Looks like he's winding up for a powerful shot here, doesn't it, though? Maybe it's cleaner than I think. No, yeah, that's it. Brushed the 1 ball. That's the one thing you didn't want to do, is let it touch the 1. But got it in front of the 1 at least.
Kind of like the one off the rail and behind those 2 balls and in.
Yeah. Sneak it in.
Shot, man.
Bank it off. Yeah. It just might be a way to do that. He set pretty good on that. This would be an awesome shot. If that's what he's thinking about. Don't even know if it's possible, really, truthfully. I think you have to not use the 12 and get it past the 12 and hit the 3. After obviously rail first.
Just need to stretch my legs.
Yeah. Well, that's not terrible.
Didn't break things out.
Yeah.
And the 7 goes.
Definitely better than hitting it too hard.
Ray's probably going to try and break it right here, I think. He's got everything open,
Yep.
so.
Having 2 solids there just increases the chances that it doesn't open up good. And that opened up great. Now he's still
except
got...
for the 8 ball.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Precisely.
12 on the side here.
And if he wasn't forced into taking the 12 ball here, he'd leave the 12 till the last ball, but the only way to not shoot the 12 now would be a long cut on the 14. So you're saying 12 in the side, ricochet off those balls and
it'd be an option.
Rearrange them a little bit. And shooting the 14 right now would be risky because if you don't make it, you are giving him a chance. But that's what he's looking at. He wants the reason he's not shooting the 12 is he just wants to leave it to get on the 8.
Yeah, you got to make sure you make this ball.
Well, he struck that one.
And he did.
Straight on the 9 in the corner.
Still maintaining the plan here. He wants to make sure he leaves that 12 for last so he can run the 8 up in the corner. He's about to shoot the 10 in. Oops.
And you think I cause bangs in the microphone?
Yours are at least that loud.
And that shot on the 12 only really works if you're able to get straight on the 12. Now, if you do end up getting an angle that goes into him, you could actually bump the 8.
Wants to get back about right where he is.
Yeah. A little short.
Yeah, he is. Definitely would have rather been long than short on this shot.
He can still play a spin shot, maybe, and stay up there.
Here.
I don't know. Doesn't like it.
Yeah, that's right where he's pointing. That's where he's going to be. He's right at that middle diamond. Gently roll this in and just hold it there. Middle diamond cut up table.
Take what you can get. So he wasn't going to get a great shot on the 8, but he knew he has a shot. So yeah, he's playing it all the way down.
Sometimes it's just you have to do that. You have to take the little bit tougher shot instead of overworking it.
Yeah, there wasn't too much he could do position-wise, so he just rolled it in. And if you make this shot, it shows you that was good.
Oh boy!
But no.
Yeah, messed that by a bit.
So Derick's got options here.
Safety.
Yeah, maybe that's the only option, but
Left
so,
side of the 3 safe.
yeah. And just get the cue ball in line with the 7 and 8.
It's just hard enough to hit this ball to the rail. That's it. You know, I mean, anything harder.
Yeah, you don't want to overshoot because you leave a shot on the 8 on the side. If you undershoot it, yeah, the 3's probably still in the way. Yeah, you're right. You don't have to hit it hard.
Well, it's super thin. You don't want to move the 3 very far either.
Right, you don't want it to go foul up with those balls. You don't want them to keep open in case Ray gives you ball in hand, or even if he kicks it, you've got a nice open pair of balls, as they say. But yeah, he just went over there and looked. You don't want to leave Ray that shot into the diagonal corner.
Shouldn't even be near there. Just skin the edge of the 3 ball barely. Just barely touch it.
That's right. Al Jordan is quoting Rolling Stones lyrics at us. You can't always get what you want. Right.
Holy cow, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Don't sing for me.
Right.
Yeah, that's harder than I would have thought he would have hit it, but it turned out perfect.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it's the 3 saved him. Otherwise, he'd left him a shot on the.
Well, that's what I would be worried about. You know, clear that shot out, all of a sudden you leave him straight in on the 8.
But that was a good shot. Ray does have a chance for glory here.
Trying to kick it into the side. Well, if the speed's right, you could nuzzle right into the 7-3 too and make it tough. Oh, they hit her hard.
Oh, there we go. All right, okay. Derick gets another one back and stays well in this match.
I'm going to sneak out past you here for a second, Mitch.
Hello, hello, hello. Anybody out there? I think my mic is on. I initiated this break. Sorry about that. This is Ray. South Strip, Skenandore, the People's Champ. The All-American American. Ray Yay. All those nicknames, but right now I feel like I need a different nickname. I just coming in and saying hi. Feel free in the comments to go ahead and just give me a nickname that's not so awesome. Dale Cheddar, where you at? He will not miss that opportunity. Yeah, I'm just going to talk and tell you my thoughts until Derick is ready here. Pool is a beautiful game played by ugly people. That's what Earl said, and I'm feeling both of those adjectives in the fullest sense, and just can't get. Neither one of us can get anything off the break. We're both breaking pretty hard. There's always something tied up, and we never break it out once. Add to that, we're missing. I mean, I don't know. Throw something in the comment, but maybe I could tell you what I'm thinking. These are good thoughts. These are like when you're in the middle of this. It's not easy to jump up here and get in the lights with everybody talking and everybody judging, and I appreciate Derick for doing that. Anybody does it, please sign up.
Judging you. Yeah. I don't judge.
No, I mean, well, I'm just saying that's why in general, like, you don't have 500 people on the list instead of,
Well, you weren't here. You didn't hear the announcement. We're going to move you.
Oh, I didn't hear the announcement. What, we got some news?
Yeah, we're moving to Friday nights.
Oh, my God. Now nobody has an excuse.
That's right.
I have been hearing that for a while, and I predict all the people who said they want to play Friday will not play Friday. They'll find some other excuse.
Oh, you think so?
I do.
You saying they're scared of you, Ray?
I normally believe in the people. But the people, we the people.
Hey, Ray, you got to go play pool now.
Actually don't troll that much.
You're up.
All right, Derick's back. You guys, doesn't look like it, but I'm playing my heart out for you. You.
Little insight
And you and you and you.
Of King Skenandore. Mic drop. Hey, shut that thing off, would you? All right, back to work. Let's get this show rolling, shall we? Ray decided he would get in there and share a little perspective with everybody.
What did he say?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh,
Something about every ball is a rail.
oh God.
No, he didn't actually say that. It was only once.
Oh, Chris G is alive and well. That's good to hear.
I know we thought he was dead.
But yeah, that automated scoreboard that you teased us with a couple of weeks ago would be awesome.
Yeah.
You did a good job on that. So that
I debated. Did you get paid for that thing? Is that why you took it away? Because did I pay you yet? If I didn't pay you, I'll pay you. You don't have to take it away. You could have left it here.
But yeah, that'll feed straight from the scoreboard that the players are scoring, which means it will be correct. We don't have to rely on the unreliable commentators to keep score.
No, you could keep score too.
Well, I'm no good.
Someone called security. Ray stole the mic, it says.
Yep.
I was actually out getting a refreshing Mountain Dew out of the
Can I tempt
brand
you
new
with
bar area.
a tasty treat and a refreshing beverage?
Did you read the description? It's pretty funny.
Well, you should read it out then.
All right, Al Jordan says Native American wearing a Charles Woodson jersey, blue jeans with golden shoes. Last seen at the Mad Apple. What do you choose here? Salads?
Yeah. And
I sure don't like taking this 3 right now. Is he really looking at that? Or next?
for later. Planning for later.
For later.
For later. So presumably he's kind of got to get the 2 ball out of there just because it blocks the pocket for the 7.
Chris said he confiscated his all of his technology for $40. That's what we paid for the tablet. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time somebody stole the stuff I paid for. Oh, I see. Blaming it on Derby. We had to take the box out so it wouldn't work. That's why.
Aha. So it turns out you stole the tablet. Accidentally.
Yes, I did. So we got the CSI BCAPL State Pool Tournament coming up. Make sure you guys get signed up for that. February 8th through the 13th, we're there. Mad Apple Xstream will be there doing the stream. We also just, we're going to be doing WSPA again this year. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Matt wants to know any updates on when the list will be published. I don't know if they plan to do that or not. I haven't really talked about it.
The list for the matches?
Yeah, the matches. I mean, the list here is pretty short, so there's no publishing to it.
And the Kings.
Yeah, Kings, Queens, those are real short. The other one.
The Jesters and the Knights is pretty long. And in fact, they were published, I think, because Mason put them on Facebook. Problem with that is, how do you find them?
Well, and the other problem with that is, honestly, it just doesn't work that easy. I mean, every week you call people and, nope, can't play, or can't play 2 weeks from now. Well, that just doesn't work. So we jump around a little bit with the lists, but it's to do with availability more than anything else.
Be nice if it could be posted on the Mad Apple webpage, so don't have to tell people.
You guys doing Whammo is, oh, look at that. Hi. What's going on, Lisa? How are you?
Princess.
And did I ever get my cue back? I did not get my cue back. They didn't steal my breaking cue, though, thankfully. That one only cost me like, I don't know, $30. All right, another one for Ray.
We're not really doing Whammo, are we?
We are not doing Whammo. I probably could talk to him, but I don't think anybody streams Whammo, do they?
It's been such a long time. That used to be the only state tournament, the first one I ever did. We used to do it every week. Every year, I mean. I haven't done it for quite a few years. I haven't played. There's so many state tournaments.
Well, and it's tough because Whammo's the traveling one, and who the heck wants to leave the Mad Apple to play?
Yeah, and that's right. That's the reason we did, like 2 years ago, I think, or 3 years ago, I did do the traveling league. I kind of like that. I like to get out every now and again, see the other places. Play on the valley tables.
Except the tables always play so bad.
Go over to Journeys and play on their little shelty. That's Dwayne Verhagen's place.
What is?
He works there or manages
I was
it.
going to say, I don't.
That's where I always see him, behind the bar.
I agree. Whammo's always a great time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of the same as WSPA, I think, isn't it?
I haven't seen him for a long time. Is he around yet?
Who?
Mike Poole.
Mike Poole. Oh, okay. He was streaming Whammo a couple of years ago.
I remember he had like
Adrian
one
says.
camera in the middle of 2 tables on the
Okay.
end view, I think. Dan, nice to see you.
Did we just score a game? Because that
We
was
did. I scored it actually.
Attaboy.
So it's 8-5.
nice.
Mhm.
So wide open. Relatively, I wouldn't call it wide open, but it is relatively open. But you got to pick this off well. Not simple, is it? Stripes
Doesn't seem like anything's very simple tonight. We've had some open
Stripes has
tables.
2 combinations sitting lined up. Starting with a 13 in the corner.
A nice combination here for the 15 next.
And that was a good shot to get on this combination, yeah.
I agree. He's kind of. His table looks very doable at
And
this
from
point.
right there, it's nice. Do you use this to drift over for the 12 in the same pocket?
Al, the team play in BCAPL is the same way, by the way. So that was one of the things that myself and the committee for the CSI event did, is we brought the round. We don't refer to it as round robin, and I apologize. I don't remember what we call it.
But for the team event, you're saying, yeah.
The team event, yeah, it is
You in a-
basically a
group.
modified round robin event.
Yeah.
So you do get a lot of play. That was our whole goal, was to make sure that every team got to play into the second day and got to play a lot of pool. Because everybody gets a hotel room, you know. I mean, you kind of plan to be there. And if
Yeah,
you
that
get
is good.
knocked out
But you
right
play,
away, it's-
definitely, yeah, it's not 0-2 and out.
Yeah.
You play, it is, yeah, it's a little group that you'll put in, and then you play a round robin of just that group. And what is it, the top 2 teams out of a six team group?
Yeah,
something like
pretty
that,
much, yeah.
go through.
And then it's bracketed after that.
Yeah, it switches to a elimination tournament. But yeah, you've gotten in a lot of pool all day long.
Well, and
playing
that's one of the things I think, you know, the Wisconsin committee and all the people on there did that really has helped the CSI event. And they actually took that from our kind of initial experiment, and they moved that to all of their events across country now. So.
Yeah, and it makes sense, doesn't it? Otherwise, you do have, you know, especially if it's your first event, and if you were to go 0-2 out in a double elimination, and you've gone all that way and traveled all that
Hotel
distance,
room and everything else, yeah.
and you may not want to do it again.
But that's going to be a huge event this year, the CSI event. Oh boy! Hey, just a little quick on that one. Snapped it in. Ray's got a great opportunity here to go up to 9. I think you just gently roll this 2 in the side. Is that 7-4 kind of got a funny angle to it? It's not quite there, is it? It's almost more
Right,
lined up
you
to
kind
the
of have to
bank
go to the
there.
bottom rail and
Still hit it real good
cut
from
across
there,
the
I
face
think.
of this. Or you could play the 6 off the 4.
That's a good option. I don't know if I like that right now, but I think you play the 2 in the side, you can run into him right now.
Yeah, if the 8 wasn't there, that would definitely be a shot.
I don't think the 8 comes in play there, does it? I don't think it would. I think, well, we're not going to find out because he's shooting the 6. And he did play it off the 4. What a great shot. See, he's got his headphones in too. He probably heard you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's 0-2 and then losing the second chance. That's a brutal tournament for anybody.
Yeah, Ray's actually listening to Kenny G's greatest hits. Well, that's a nice way to get down on those balls, isn't it?
Yeah, that's going to come out really good.
Okay, so he just pointed to what he's planning here. He wants to zigzag it out and get straight on the 2 in the side. Okay. So each one of these shots, he's just been a little bit off. This one's in betwixt and between. There's 2 pockets here. Roll this into the side pocket.
And back to the other side. Good out there by Ray. Going to get him to a score of 9.
Derick sitting, waiting patiently for his next chance.
Well, I'd like to have that combination back because that combination was not too bad, and that would have made all the difference. Is that Ray that racks upside down? Is that rack upside down?
Not this time. I don't think, or is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
8 ball in the middle. Oh no, he's still he's calling out Ray's name, but Ray's not listening. Ray did not hear Derick calling that he's got to put a stripe and a solid in the 2 corners. He's obviously got Kenny G on just a little bit too loud.
All right, Al.
Al
late
Jordan
to come in, early to leave.
Well, good night, Al. Not going to stay for the end of this match. Got to work in the morning.
Excuses.
It's all right. You can put it on pause and watch the rest on your drive to work tomorrow morning.
There you go. If you live or if you work about 6 hours away from me. You'll be able to
Oh
watch
my
it.
God, is that how long we're going to have to be?
No.
Derick's going to snap a 10-pack in a minute right after this scratch. This match will be done in the blink of an eye.
Craig Fowler. He says he'll never drive here in the snow, but I see snow out there, and yet Craig is here.
So Derick just looking at the 8 ball, see if it passes the 6, which it does. So he's thinking about stripes here, and if he is going to think about stripes, he's probably going to shoot the 14 in the long corner. Or maybe he's thinking solids. Yeah, because solids are all kind of open, and yeah, 4 ball being the toughest one to get on. What he's taking now. He's got to work his way down and get on the 6 ball. A well struck shot. Very nice to get on the 5 which gets him on the 6. So that shot set this rack up really nicely, and he's picked a good route here. Every time you do that.
Right. You're just going to go to the 7 here next. I don't know if I would have done that. Now he's got to go to the 2. So 2 back out to the 7.
Yeah, the 2 ball you wanted to leave till last to get on the 8.
Yeah, I think I just shoot the 8 up here in the corner, or else you come through and shoot it over by the 9.
See, I would have, after that, oh, there we go, he stayed on the 6, that's good, he wants to get the 6 out of there.
Still doesn't have a great angle here, I don't think. Could almost play the 2 again, yeah.
Yeah, just breathe past the 8 ball on your way to get on the 6.
Yeah, he's just got to get it out of his mind that he has to play this 6 here. I don't like this shot. He's gonna try and just draw straight back out, which can work for sure.
Oh, what a great shot. Oh, it's unlucky if it goes in the side. You hit that well. Now with ball in hand, you shoot the 14 in the long pocket first? Or do you just find a way to bump the 13 and bump the 8 or something?
13, yeah.
Or 9 ball first to give you an angle to get on the 13 to bump the 8.
Yeah, maybe. I kind of like the 13 to the 13 into. See, he's going to take your first advice. Tell you, after 2 7-hour drives in 2 days, the sitting thing is not going over very great. Then we're going to leave again on Thursday.
Right. He's left himself. He's given himself with ball in hand an angle on that. He wanted to go into those. That was not really necessary, was it? You'd think you could have picked those off. So now he's created a problem. Because that 9 and 10 don't sit well.
Well, and unfortunate for Derick, he's only got 1 ball, so
I don't know why he didn't play with ball in hand, put himself straight on that 14.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He wanted to break him for whatever reason, but I think that 9 already went, so why bump it?
And with ball in hand, he could have shot the 9 first.
Well, and you're not supposed to move anything unless you have to. Except for the cue ball.
So now, it's tough to see exactly how. He may start playing safe, but in fact, that might be it.
Perfect.
With the 2 ball. Well, he can go into him now, so you got that position, you might as well try it. And if he misses it, as long as he doesn't scratch, he can still play safe behind the 9 and the 10 and the 8. Because, yeah, like you say, 1 ball, 1 solid on the table. But he's trying to break it. He wants to run out. Hit that well. Just missed it.
Kick shot here.
It's tough to play safe now.
Yeah, safe.
I mean, you could play the 11 ball first and get a better save.
Well, I'd kick behind these balls. If he kicks in behind the 9.
Oh, there you go. That's what he's pointing at.
Right.
You're going to make sure he hits a rail. Derick's got to watch this carefully. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably a safer way to do it.
One way to do it.
Yeah. He's giving Derick a chance for glory here with a 1-rail kick shot. Just hit this good and give it a chance.
2 rails really you want to go here.
Yep.
You
One or
definitely want
two,
to play to your second rail, and this makes the pocket a lot bigger.
Yeah, as long as the side pocket's not in the way.
I think he's got to be just long of it.
Yeah.
Not that it matters too much, but he looks like he's got a pretty good angle at it.
2 rails. Hit that pretty well. And if he... Yeah, well. It's left an angle here where Ray will probably play a draw shot to get on the 10 right away. 9 ball in the long corner. If he's got enough angle for this to be natural.
Yeah, I like this better. He's going to play up.
He's going to go up for the 11 first and use that.
It's a little bit safer to do that. Uh-oh.
Well,
no, he's all right.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to roll even further.
Right, that's actually pretty perfect. Yeah, it was a hair away from being too much. It's still a little too thin. The cue ball's going to Z bank down the table now. It may be a little hard because he's got to hit this ball so thin. Yeah, so he's got a little bit more speed.
Played it well, though. He played off 3 rails, really, but wasn't afraid to go to that second rail. He knew he was going to be short coming at it.
Yeah.
Nice thing about playing on the line of the leave. Gives you a lot more room to play.
Now, he doesn't like the near side pocket, so he's drawing back to the other side pocket because it's a more open pocket.
Good shot.
Nicely done from Ray there.
Putting him into the double digits. Now he's got 10. Only 5 away from victory.
And Derick's got 5, only 10 away from victory.
Oddly similar. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here at Mad Apple Xstream. I'm sitting next to Mr. M.H. Potting Penglaze. I am Kendall Quickfire Cook, and we are here at the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company on West College Avenue in Appleton, Wisconsin. If you haven't been here, 14,000 square feet of homemade, scratch-made restaurant. Brand new bar we finally got opened. And, of course, our beautiful pool room.
And the menu is awesome. The food is great. I recommend the boiled ram's bottom.
What the hell are you talking about?
Just kidding. Well, the soup sandwich is good, I hear.
Yeah. A little squishy. All right, game number 16. Oh, scratch on the break. Another opportunity for Derick.
It's tough in a long match, isn't it? To keep your mind in it. Ball's wide open now, a little bit simpler than last time, but you still have to plan everything, and you can't let your mind start slipping and just hitting balls without really planning it. So obviously his question here is, do I like stripes, and what about the pink stripe? With ball in hand, this would be the time to break it, and he's playing a combination. So he's called the pink stripe.
What?
It's going to sneak it past the 15.
No comment.
And if it goes in, it was right.
Perfect.
It's not a bad shot.
Nope, it's great. No comment. Oop, go for that. Running into our bleachers. We probably could have pulled those out of the way there.
Yeah, it's just showing us that they're too close.
Oh,
At least he staked his claim and got stripes.
Well, that helps you here.
Well, I'm not saying Ray can't run out from here. Just a little bit more work on solids. Just needs a few exacting shots.
6 ball. It's probably the worst one of the bunch, but you got the one down here to get onto it.
Sure. Yeah, there's definitely other pockets for it. And this combination that looks like he's just called the 4-5 combination to open all this
They're
up.
both tight on that rail. That's not a bad shot at all.
It's not a gimme though, is it? He's got to hit this ball really thin. The cue ball's going to fly. He's going to collide into other balls, and what they always say about colliding into balls when everything's open, more likely to tie things up. No, he doesn't like it. And I'm not surprised.
I wouldn't shoot it either. I mean, I think it goes past the 8 going the other way, so I think I would start with the 3.
Yeah, solids
Keep it
definitely
simple,
have
stupid.
some tricky ways that it can go wrong for solids.
He's going to play shape to the 6 right now, I think.
Yeah. That's wise. I'd like to have been a little bit straighter.
Oh, 1 ball.
He could
One
use
ball
the,
come back over.
yeah,
for the
you
6.
hate kind of your spidey sense says don't keep shooting balls. And if you can make this 6, but you just don't want to run into all those stripes.
Yeah, I mean,
He's thinking about
the
it.
1 is such a natural shape for
Yeah.
this here. Just
Okay, yeah, get better on the 6.
a little bit of left and just roll it into the
Make sure
hole.
you don't hit the 6 as you're trying to go past it. What a great shot. That was really good. Well judged. If it nudged that 6, it'd have just made it worse. And he had to go very close.
Top shot here.
But
This is whether or not you want to play to break into that 4-5 or just play to bump the 8 and play the combination.
and the issue is nudging the 4 and freezing it on the 8. If you try and send the cue ball in between these balls.
Yeah, I think I'd just be trying to play into the 8 ball here. I thought he was looking at that 7.
Yeah,
for a
that makes
second.
sense.
That would have surprised me.
Into the 8 and then get straight on that combination. Yeah, use the
Yeah.
8
Yep.
to stop you into position. I like that, yeah.
This is just roll forward at that point. You don't have to hit this very hard. Let it's natural. Wow. Or you drill it and try and break up.
Wow. He really just wanted to rearrange everything, didn't he?
Not a fan of that shot.
Yeah, I think I like your little gentle kiss on the 8 better. So now, challenge is to make a shot, make a ball.
Well, he's got the cut on the 4. He's going to kiss into that 5, and I don't think he's going to end up with.
Right. If he's
Maybe
lucky, a shot on the
7
5
on
into the
side,
long
maybe.
pocket. The 7's pretty thin into the side.
I mean, after this shot.
Right.
Oh, even then.
Yeah, he's got to shoot this 4, and if you hit it pocket speed, you hang it in the pocket, but if it doesn't go in, but he's going to kiss the 5, isn't he? Probably.
He's got to get a bit of a roll, is the point, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no guarantee he's got a shot on the 5.
Well, I tell you, he got out of there nice. He just failed to make the 4 ball. So Derick's energized here, jumps up out of his chair.
Yeah. Yeah, stripes are not bad here. If you can get nice and close and straight to that 15 in the side, that's okay. Otherwise, yeah, he's looking at getting on a possible combination on the 15 down into those balls at 11. And he's got it right here if he wants it. That's what he played for.
Is he playing the combination? Huh?
I think so.
Problem here is you got to hit it pretty hard. Otherwise, you're just going to clutter it up here in the pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts to this shot. I think I like just hitting it soft, though. Just rolling it down there. Just like that. Yeah, didn't get a very favorable kiss on that 14, but he's still okay. He's got a 3-ball combination now, I think, unless he wants to.
No, I think I just
No,
played
yeah,
a
there's
2
no
ball
need to do
and
that. He's got to be thinking about how he's going to get straight on the 14.
with the 10. That's where right here you hit this so that you're straight on the 10 coming back across table.
Right. So it's a very slow rolling
Yeah.
shot on this 2-ball combination.
I think I'd still shoot the 9 here. I think I'd go 9 to get a little bit nicer on the 10 yet.
Because you got to say which one of these balls do you like best to get on the 8. Now the 9's not actually terrible to get on the 8. In order to use the 14 to get on the 8, that's actually quite problematic. You have to be really nicely sort of straight or just a little bit angle off so you can go the other side of the 5-4. It's not the end of the world to leave the 9 last, is it?
No, but I like
If
it
he's
to
got a
get
chance-
shape here.
If he's got a chance to get good on the 14 here from the 10,
a lot more spin. I mean, I'm not saying it's not a possible shot. It is, but I just see no harm in shooting the 9.
and leaving the 14 till last.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to leave the 14 till last.
Well, I definitely would have shot it the other way around if he was going to do that. I thought he was going to try and get on the 14
Yeah.
on that shot, as you did.
Yep. So hopefully he can get nice and straight-ish. I mean, I'm not saying exactly straight. It's probably just a hair off straight on either side. Oops.
Well, it's not straight. But I don't think this is possible from the angle he's on.
Oh, well.
Well, maybe. Throw it.
It's cutting across the face of it.
Yeah,
Can you get the cue ball out the way?
that was pretty tough.
One more rail. All right.
Ray with a golden opportunity.
Ray with the golden shoes.
Yeah, those are crazy. Gotta order those on like
Yeah.
eBay or something.
You should see the rest of the outfit.
Right?
He only wears that behind closed doors,
Sequined
storming around the house.
undergarments. Gold shoes.
Yeah, he's probably still wearing them right now underneath that, isn't he? The golden G-string.
Oh, my. Oh,
Well,
boy.
I don't believe he wanted to do that. Question is, where's the 7 ball? Does it still go? I think it does. So he's just got to come with a good shot on the 5 here. Yep. He's telling you if he can just get there on that line or thereabouts, he still has a shot on the 7. So
Sell the farm if you miss this.
pressure shot. Yeah, absolutely right. He's playing position. That'll work for the 7 or the 14. Get that piece of chalk out the way. Eyeballing the line of the shot. Stands around to it. Fierce intensity in his eyes. He rolls that in nicely.
Perfect.
So he's got an angle on this 7. He's got half a pocket. He should be able to pocket the 7. You're going to nudge the 8. Needs to judge that nudge.
Judge the nudge.
Judge the nudge.
That
That's
should
what he's
be a
gonna,
sh-
that's
that
what he's
should
got to
be a
do.
shirt.
Little nudge. Look at
How
that.
did he judge
He
that
judged
nudge?
it. He judged it well.
Perfect. You Brits, you talk so funny. All right. Great game there. Brings it to 11.
I speak like the Queen and my mum.
Your
And anybody who doesn't has an accent.
mom had a very deep voice, apparently. The Queen also.
Yep. I'm worried about the royal family, the poor old things. I think they're in trouble.
You are not.
I am.
Relics, I tell you, relics.
Wow. It's a bit of history, isn't it?
That's right. They destroyed American history. They might as well destroy England.
Well, that's not the only thing they did now, is it? They gave you your language.
Mm.
They gave you your court system with 12 jurors.
Ah, yes.
The only difference is in England, you don't actually need a unanimous 12-0 ruling. 10 out of 12 will do.
Plenty.
And you know what the Marines, the American Marines uniform is based on?
I'm sure it's something
It
British.
was the British soldiers, but when they switched sides, they turned their jackets inside out. So it's based on the inside of the British Army's jackets of the day.
Mr. Bell made it home through the snow.
Nice. Congratulations.
Right. I'm surprised. I drove with him for like 6 hours.
Yeah, he said you were yelling at him. You said you were falling asleep.
Holy cow.
And then you wake up and say, don't drive in that lane.
Well, you know those rumble strips that are like on the side of the road?
Yeah, have you hit those? And
those were waking me up.
That wakes you up, yeah.
I'm sorry if I panic a little if that's I continue to get woke up like that.
Those strips are good, though, aren't they?
They are good, but not when you're sleeping. You don't think the other guy is.
Yeah, so interesting. He's taking solids here. Must have some kind of plan with the 4-ball.
Or,
is he looking... See, what he might be looking at here is using the 6 to get an angle on the 3. Oh, no, not there.
I think I would have used the 2. I think I would have drawn that back and cut the 2 and then broke into the 4 that way. Still would, I think.
And the 7-ball, of course, is not a bad ball to break that. The nice thing about leaving the 2 is when you play that break shot, hopefully you make the 14. In fact, you kind of almost have to.
That's why you want to leave.
If you were to play the 7, and then the 2 will be still there for a shot.
7 now, then the 2, break into the 4, you still get the 3 or the 1.
I like using the 3 to get an angle on the 7. I like the 7 as the break shot. And you can use
it's hard when you break into him on that angle, though.
Well, that's why you need the 2-ball as your safety net, as your sort of guaranteed position. And there he has. He's got my angle right there.
Watch what happens here.
What's going to happen?
You just watch. I hate coming into these like this.
If he hits it full in the face, he really wants to make the 14 ball here. Well, at least he's got the 1. And that's why we always say break things as early as you can when you still have balls on the table.
True.
Because you have more options. And we weren't thinking about the 1 as the safety net. We were thinking the 2 or the 4 as his next shot. But thankfully, the 1 is still on the table.
It's a good angle to come around 2 rails.
Yeah, and I mean, if he pops this 1 ball in and gets nicely on the 4, he's looking really good.
I would definitely play this ball forward. He looks like he is not doing that. Well, he did. That was the shot right there. Hit that perfect.
Tickles the backside of the 12 ball.
It's a little tricky here because he's got the 10 to contend with if he gets too far back.
Right.
You're short,
and you're right. He can't play it.
Yeah,
exactly right. He doesn't really want to play a stop shot. But the draw shot is risky if you overdraw it. So we want to draw 1.5 inches. If he doesn't draw enough, he's got problem. Oh, that was perfect. Yeah. Absolutely perfect.
Can't hit it any better. All right, got her to 12. Closing in.
Yeah, that was a well-executed finish there from Ray.
So we got a few things coming up here at Mad Apple. We got Badger State games coming up. That's the weekend of the 18th.
February 18th?
Yeah, Badger State games. That's actually here at the Mad Apple. There's some rooms left next door, I know, but Brian, our very own Brian Hollenbeck, actually, I got asked to be the commissioner, and with my schedule, there was no chance in the world that I was going to be able to take over for John Lewis, and I suggested that Brian Hollenbeck would be a great candidate for that. And, so he did decide to take that position. So I get to be co-commissioner, which basically means there's no work for me. But that's a great thing, and helps to. It's kind of our local, it's the state Olympics. So if we ever plan to get our sport into the Olympics, it was about to die, that tournament, and that would have been a shame.
Badger State.
Yeah, it's just the billiards section of it. When it was in Wausau, it was really kind of getting
Yeah, they do
smaller
everything
and
else, don't they?
smaller.
Skiing and stuff. I've seen their webpage.
Yeah, and that would have been a shame for us to lose billiards out of our state Olympics.
Right.
So we took over, worked with John, and the last few years we've been growing it back up again, which is wonderful to see. I mean, really, we want billiards in our regular Olympics, so why Derick's got
They've been talking about that for years, decades. I remember a long time ago people suggesting that.
Well, I mean, for
billiards
crying
or
out loud,
cue
bowling,
sports.
I'm pretty sure bags is in the Olympics now, and we are not, and it's unbelievable to me, really.
Yeah, pogo jumping. Olympic pogo jumping.
Yeah, is there?
I'm going to enter this year's Olympic limbo dancing.
Well,
I'm so laid back, I can limbo under a rug.
That comment alone lost 10 viewers.
So, immediately picking solids here because the stripes are a bit clustered. All the solids are sort of out. You've got to figure out how to get on the 5 ball.
Well, stripes are just kind of a mess.
And he does have a window between the 8 and the 14 to just get on the 5. It's a bit of an angle.
Yeah, he's got a few options there for the 5 ball.
So, a little bit awkward this, isn't it?
This isn't a great angle. I think I'd be coming out for the 3 here, forget the 1.
And you can use the 3 to get up table. Or to
Okay,
get you on the 5. So maybe you'll just forget the 1 and the pink 4 for now.
High
Deal
left.
with these other ones.
I'd shoot the 4 still, I think.
And what?
Come around those.
Kiss,
Back to
okay.
the 3.
Oh.
Just like that. I think he was trying to get to the 1, but
Getting on the 5 is not automatic. You'd hate to leave it to your last ball to figure it out. So
no, and you said that right from the beginning. That was going to be the trouble.
yep, that 8 ball is really blocking off and splitting your window on the 5 into 2 thin slivers.
2 rails bump the 12, the pink 12. Just like that, only
So
harder.
playing the 2 ball.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
I actually think the 5 goes right past the 12, so all he's got to do is bump up and.
And what he's looked at, what he just eyeballed is the 5 past the 8 into the long, the furthest pocket away. There
Must
it
be
is.
the shot.
So it just needs an accurate shot, this one. Well struck. He's gone on a bit of a bender, hasn't he? He's tearing away here, Mr. Skenandore. We've seen him do it before. We're not surprised.
13.
Because he does hit the ball well, doesn't he? And he makes some good plans. He likes this game of 8 ball. But if he doesn't make a ball on this break, I have a feeling that Derick's going to run a 10-pack.
A 10-pack?
A 10-pack.
Okay. Tell you what, I'll give you 1,000 to 1 odds
I'm not a gambling man.
on $5.
Put your money away.
9-pack, that'd be a different story. No bet.
And would you believe it?
Only the third dry break tonight from Ray.
That could have been the turning point.
Here comes the 10-pack. I'm not sure how this works, but it makes me nervous, like seeing all the stuff that I know that we set up for Derby City, because we share the same program.
You're saying a lot of stuff a lot of buttons to touch on accidentally and mess everything up.
Right. I'm just hoping we got all the recordings from today and yesterday. No, we do.
Is there a way to check?
Yeah, every match is saved to an MP4.
So it's a lot of storage then you must have to record all those matches.
Yeah, I bought a 6 terabyte external hard drive.
Terabyte.
Yeah, ridiculous
Wonder
amounts
how
of
big that
storage.
is.
But that was the only way. I mean, we're saving 10 days worth of matches.
Right, and with more than one camera, right? So that's
there's
multiple
Yeah.
streams of it. How many cameras you got going at the same time?
We have 4 running.
Oh.
The overhead, we have the overhead, the end camera, and then we have an opposite brake camera. That, other than the 8-ball, kind of took care of all the problems, and the 8's not really a problem.
It goes in the side, yeah. There, on goes the extension. Oh, that's because he needs the reach. See if he takes it off again after this shot. Ooh, drifted behind the 14. What's your plan B?
There isn't a good one. This is a bit frustrating. I mean, we've had some really good breaks and very few runs off the break. Really doesn't have anything here. Truthfully. Can't bank the 1, can't cut the 1. 1 off the 10, 1 or 5 off the, or 4 off the 10. I don't
It's
know.
amazing, isn't it, how quick a nice open table turns into nothing. Well, he's probably got...
Even if he kicks us in, I mean, unless he's doing this with some...
he's taking a risk here. If he hits the 14 or the 12, it's a foul.
Hard.
There we go. It was almost predictable. 8 in the side.
Almost.
Well, at least he didn't make the 8 in the side. Come on, Derick.
Just for that, I'm rooting for Ray.
Just so you get home quicker. My dinner's already got cold.
You had dinner waiting?
Well, it's in the cooler. Because I knew I wasn't going to eat it right now. But I'll nuke it when I get home. Okay, this is alright. So I was considering taking the 12 now instead. Because he doesn't really like his angle on the 10 in the side. And that's okay. As long as he keeps the cue ball in the open.
So we came up with a concept for the knights and the jesters and the queens that I thought was kind of neat. And that is everybody. So you know how Jeff Gerald Martin and Bill Grossbeer were here doing Coleman's commentary,
right?
So my thought was if you had a person from each buddy doing commentary, because each person would know their guy.
Oh, I see. So those two commentators came with the players, you're saying?
Yeah, but in this case, they're both kind of
on the same side.
Yeah, on the same side.
It's not a bad idea, is it? Everybody has to bring. It's like you bring a golf caddy. You have to bring your own commentator to a match.
Yeah, I just think it would be kind of fun, you know. I mean, because obviously your buddy's gonna know your game as good as anybody, kind of, you know.
That is kind of a good idea.
Yeah, I thought it'd be fun, anyways, you know.
And if you can't afford a buddy, you know, you get a pointed one from the state. Right. That was a good shot. Derick's making a nice little run here. I'm telling you, he's coming back.
10 in a row. I'd owe you like $5,000. That'd be a lot of money.
Well, yeah. Would like to have not clipped the 8-ball. But he's got a bank for glory. Oh, that's a shame.
He's just banging a little bit right now.
Yeah, that shot on the side was past the 8. You've really got to think about that.
I'll tell you, overall, I know the score is not representing a very close match, but I think Derick's had some good moments. You know, he's ran, made some good shots.
Yeah,
I think,
and he's still a winner, albeit $250 less rich.
You only lose money though.
The memories he can keep.
Right.
And he hasn't lost this match yet, now has he? So what if Ray runs out and gets on the hill?
A little bit of freewheeling here from Ray. I don't think he was playing that shape.
But Derick can loosen up now and just be a little bit more aggressive. Just let us see him run a couple. Shoot some shots.
I'll tell you what, it's easy to sit here, so hopefully there's nobody out there thinking anything, because until you get up here and you try and play on this stream, I tell you, it is a different animal for sure. Knowing you got people talking about you the whole time.
Yep.
I'm
amazed that Derick could play whilst listening to us talk about him.
Well, I don't know if he's still listening or not.
But why not? Okay, that takes Ray to the hill. And he's breaking. 14 to 5 in a race to 15. Seen some good pool. And kudos to Derick for taking on this challenge match. 10 in a row.
He's got his 10 shirt on.
He's got his 10-ball shirt on. They're playing the wrong game.
Right.
It's a good attitude. And kudos to Derick for his attitude, taking this match on. We applaud you. We applaud your... Well, what are we applauding, Kendall?
His wherewithal. How's that?
That's it.
Not the exclamation point Ray would have liked to put on this match. All right, he's ready. Got to win one at a time. Tell you, that was a pretty major improvement in my game when I realized that you have to win one game before you can win 10.
One at a time. Words of wisdom.
Yeah.
And then one ball at a time. All right, so he's working a good little pattern here. Got to get from his onto the 7 is probably the last ball before the 8.
It's kind of tough here. You got to draw outside the 10. I wouldn't try and run into the 10.
You might even, if you like this angle, try and get on the 7 from here, but it's actually very difficult, isn't it? There's small windows to get on the 7. What's the best way to get on the 7?
I mean, I don't know what the best way is, but the 3 is going to be your choice.
Yeah.
I think.
And actually, you can cut the 7 from up table. Don't try and get down on it. That's tricky, isn't it? Well, luckily he didn't nudge that 14 ball into trouble.
That's just about perfect. Straight draw is going to bring him over to the side rail. He's just got to get past the 12.
Well, right there. There's your window. You were saying go past the 12 to the bottom rail.
I think so.
One or the
Depends on
other.
how much you trust your draw, but I trust my draw to get up to that top rail.
In either way, it's a very exacting distance he has to draw.
You just got more room the other way.
Oh, look at that. Keep on going. Keep on
Because
going.
you got all the way to the rail and back out,
There you go.
for that shot.
What a lovely little run this will be. Well, we're holding our breath here.
Got to stay down.
Oh, look at that.
Nice shot.
My dinner gets just a little bit colder. One down. 9 to go.
I just repeated what he said.
Yep. Hey, unless we got the score wrong. He knows better than us, right? Well, we're going to score 14 to 6, probably. How many is he scoring on then? Add a couple more. There you go.
I don't know. He's got a few more. Just keep
It looked
pushing the
like he went
button,
back
that
and
number will go up.
touched that button a few times. Just racing ahead to later on in the match.
Good break. Kept the cue ball out of the pocket. It's got shot at stripes. Maybe. Didn't get a great leave.
No, it's not. You know, Stripes obviously doesn't like the 9 ball, and if you use the 10 ball as your first shot, I don't even know if he's on the 10 ball, is he? No, he's frozen on the 6, actually. So it's tough to make any ball here. He's calling the 3, he's playing a combination. Not playing a combination. You can edit that out, can't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, it's live.
He's shooting at here. 5-ball.
Yeah, let it rip.
Well, I
Look at
think that's what he's going to do.
That was a good shot. A little unlucky, really. It didn't open up better. Cut on the 2-ball. Kind of looks like the 7 does go all the way up on the rail, but the only way to really be able to shoot that shot is to be absolutely straight on it. Doesn't like this 4 in the corner because he seems to think you've got to figure out how not to scratch.
I think this is the most time I've seen Derick take between shots. Honestly. It's been playing pretty quick.
Yep.
2
So
ball.
he may be trying to go into the 6 and 9. The inside spin. Just like that.
Well, except for the miss.
The one obvious problem, yep.
14 here, huh? 14, get that 11, 13 out of there.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Then I think it's 12, come off and break that 10.
Mm-hmm.
Could actually come off the 15 to break the 10, too.
Yeah, plan B if you don't get the right angle. So how many, it's only like 2 or 3 weeks, isn't it, for Ray so this time? How long has Ray been the champ?
3.
3.
I think. Maybe 4.
Yeah. Who did he
Well,
beat?
He beat Mason.
Okay.
Remember Mason started
That's
off
right.
2 to 9 or something.
Right.
Almost came back. He had a 4-pack and a 5-pack.
Yeah. And then he had that very, very close match with Cap, which went down to the last ball.
Yeah.
That's a good shot. Get on the 11.
Yeah, he's still got to.
He may not like the exact angle, but he's real close to it.
I think I'd
Shaking
only
his
take
head.
the 11 and I'd leave the 13 hang there. I'd shoot the 11, come over to the 12 to break the 10.
Yeah, or even just shoot the 11 and just draw back an inch, and shoot your shot on the 15.
Yeah, that
to go into the 10. Now going forward like that doesn't let you break the 10 with the 15.
Well, he could shoot the
What was he playing
13 over past the 10, or the 2, but doesn't have the angle here. But if he shoots the 13 up in the corner, it's a pretty easy break. I just don't like the way you end up on that shot, though.
Yeah, and he's a little bit on the wrong side of straight on this 13. If he shoots the 13, I think he's going to have to bump the 7.
Up past the 7 too. So between the 7
follow
and the 2,
forward,
the
okay.
the other pocket, not past the 8th. The other.
Oh, right.
There you go.
But he's taking this straight shot on the 15.
I don't know if he's got enough angle to get there. I don't know what he's.
Yeah, if he shoots your shot on the 13, he can break it with that shot. Mm-hmm. So he's got the 12 into the other pocket. And it just looks like, that he might just be perfect on that. To nudge the 10. Now, you still don't guarantee a shot. If you play shoot the 12 in the long corner past the other pink, the 4. Roll forward and bump the 10. You don't necessarily have a shot. And I don't know why he's eyeballing that. He's going to shoot the 13. inside English to go into the 10.
Well, that's exactly where you shoot that.
Yeah,
Perfect.
wow. Great recovery. That was like plan D or E.
Yep.
And if you keep shooting the balls in, giving yourself a chance, you're still going like the Energizer Bunny.
Still going.
Off, finally, comes the extension. Now, what about this shot made him take it off? It's because he's jacking the cue up. Or is he
You're telling
following
me he's got to
forward?
hit the cue ball.
Whiff.
Strike one.
Yeah, 3 strikes. Yeah, that's
Holy
right. So
cow,
he's
look at
playing a
this.
draw shot. That's why he took it. No, he doesn't like it. And far Q2, Mark Bell.
That's FAHCUE. Just printed a whole bunch of those shirts now.
For the state tournament.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch more coming, but
That's good.
all
Yeah, you
different
need to
colors.
print a lot of those things.
Well, we sold a ton of those when we were in Pennsylvania.
Yep. Did he
gonna
just
bank this
Yeah.
ball?
And follow the cue ball forward.
Yeah.
And still try and get straight on the 10. Oh, look at that shot. Big bounce.
Perfect.
Yeah, hit that really well.
Good angle to float over. I think I would still draw just short of that side pocket in the 7. Wouldn't try and float up into that space ahead of it. Just stun this over short.
Yeah, just like that.
Uh-oh.
Well, he made a lot of good recoveries and changes of plan in that rack, but didn't quite complete it. Now, if he gets straight on this 7 ball, he's now got a viable position. And in fact, you almost had to play it in that pocket, didn't you? Because otherwise the scratch on the 7 in the side.
Almost got himself in trouble there. He's pretty close to hook behind the 8. I don't think he quite is, but it's close. Now he's hooked. Almost.
Now he's got a shot. He's got a shot. He's got the other pocket. He doesn't like it because he thinks he's going to be close to scratching. Where he put his cue, though, it's almost like he's looking at banking it.
I think I'd think about banking this ball, and I like cutting normally, but
Here you go. It's called the bank shot. Look at that shot. Oh, almost. Almost. But no cigar. Valiant effort.
and he's going to leave Ray straight in. And folks, unless there's some type of intervention here, I'm pretty sure that Ray is going to go ahead and put these last 2 balls down for the win. And he will continue to be King Skenandore. One down and looking pretty positive on this 8 ball. I want to thank everybody again for joining us here tonight at the Mad Apple Xstream. Really appreciate seeing you out, and look for us next week. And we'll make announcements whether or not it'll be next week or the following week. We'll be going to Fridays. On behalf of myself, Kendall Quickfire Cook,
And me.
Mr. M.H. Potting Penglaze, I want to thank everybody for joining us and the Mad Apple team. We'll see you next week.
Same
Thanks,
bat
guys.
time, same bat channel.
Indeed.
Oh, wait, no. Not the same bat time.
Oh, well, next week it may be.
Oh.
So, but we will.